Guys, we are live, I guess so, or not. I guess so. We are live. Everything is cool. Guys, we are live, I guess so. Yeah, we are live. Finally, sorry for the little bit delay, but we are here to cover our Legends game, Vishy Anand's game, guys, and this is going to be epic. That's what I feel, and it is going to be very interesting. So let's see what are the things which are going to happen in this game. We will go through the game. Yes, back Karthik, thanks for being there. We will go through the game once again and then figure it out what are the things which happen in the throughout the game. So c4 was played in the game, then c5, knight f3, knight g6, e3. Make sure that in this game no player can castle. Okay, that's the main thing which we need to understand. And then d6 was played, bishop e2. They are playing very cautiously, making sure that nothing really changes. And then h3 is played, knight h6, then knight c3, and then this thing happens on the board, knight to f5, d5, knight d7, bishop e7, king f8. Well, normally you would have seen that the players are going to just castle in this situation and play the king to h7 or something like that, but here it's not at all possible. He plays king f8, rook to c1, a5, then knight a5. Okay, stopping this knight to a5. This means knight c5 was one of the moves in this push situation which can be captured very easily, so he did not allow that thing. Knight to f6, knight c3, and now here in this situation e5 was played in the game. So this is the situation which is there on the board, guys. I guess so you are there with me and we are going to enjoy the game. Is this the position which is there on the board? Let me know, guys, and do like the stream, guys, if you are new here, because we are going to cover this game and it's going to be fun with all of you here. So thanks for being there with me on such a short notice, but you guys are really supportive today. So Vishy Anand OP should be there. Anand is playing with the white pieces, Kramnik is playing with the black pieces, and it's going to be an epic match. So still a lot of time is there for the game to get proceeded. So we will see what are the things which we can do. Till that time we will be discussing about the game. So we are hoping that the games are going to last for a little bit longer time, and then it will be much more interesting also in the end. So what are you saying, Karthik? Let me check what Karthik was saying. What is the match score as of now? Well, as of now, the match score is Vishy Anand is leading with 1 point, because he won the first game, which I have even covered on my channel here. I made one Karthik, if you can post that link about that game, it will be good. And the second game was drawn. This is the third match, guys, third game, and it's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. We are here to support our great masters. Okay, so okay, they are thinking 54 minutes are left with Vishy Anand sir, and Kramnik is playing with the black pieces. He's having 1 hour 6 minutes, so still a lot of time is there, and the matches will be fought for longer time, because this is a normal format and they will be getting more time also after the 40 moves. So I guess it will be a very interesting match follow up. So guys, if you are there, don't forget to like the stream and support our channel. I'll just check it out. This thing also, e5 has been played, just to be sure that everything is going good. Okay, after e5, d into e5 has been played by Vishy Anand here. D into e6, I mean to say, in passant happened on the board. After the in passant, what is the situation? We are going to check everything slowly and gradually. Let me put this thing also on the stream. Let me check what we can do. Just give me a second, guys. Today I had a lot of things, and we are going to change some of the things. Live commentary, Dale. Hashtag leeches.org. Okay, so we have this thing. I'll just put it on leeches also, so that we will get the streamers this thing. Okay, fine. So everything is cool. Thanks, Karthik, for putting the video, put out this. Thanks for, like, if this link you have sent, right? Let me check the link. Previous first game link, right? So I'll put that also. Watch the first game here, analyzed by me. We'll put this thing, and we'll pin this also. We'll pin this. Thanks guys for being there. Thank you very much for being there. We have just started, so everything is going to go smooth from now onwards, I guess so. And we are back with a new stream. We're back with a new stream, and I guess so, like, we will definitely have fun. We'll definitely have fun today. So what do you think? Like, do you like this new concept of no castling? What is your opinion about this thing, guys? Can you please let me know in the chat? What do you think about the no castling rule? Because players are not advised to castle here. Castling is something which is suggested here, but it is not possible. If white wants to castle, then he needs to go for artificial castling. Just the way black is doing in this situation. Black has already played king to f8. And now after d into e6, bishop into e6, the bishop goes to g5 square. The point is that the pawn on d6 is a weakness. Okay, this is the weakness in the situation, and white will be putting more pressure on d6 pawn very soon. So that's the thing which I feel like here in this situation. And this king will definitely go to h2 square at some point, and then the rook will also join in the game. Or maybe we can play king to f1 followed by pawn to g3, and the king will go to g2 square. So this is also something which is there on the board, which can be played, guys. So we are hoping for this thing to happen very soon. So let's see, like, what are the odds in this situation. So let me know, guys. Let me know, like, what do you think about this thing, like no casting rule and everything. Do let me know. And even if you are leaving or something, don't forget to like the stream. Okay, that will be a very great thing for us. Okay, fine. Let's figure it out. Like, what will black do in this situation? Black, this pawn is there, so g4 is also one of the possibility, but g4 will never come because h into g4, the rook on h1 will be hanging, so that is out of question, guys. So we need to wait for Kramnik to play in this situation. The games are going to be very easy, smooth. For now it seems to lead to games with weaker kings, and it seems it will favor players with tactical style. Well, Amol, that's something interesting insight, but I will say one more thing, like weaker kings and all, your favor tactical style. Well, I will even say, like, the players who understand the intricacies of the game, like how to handle the pieces, where to put the pieces, what is the value of the pieces, for those players also the no castling rule or no castling matches will be very interesting. I'm not talking about Vishy Anand or Vladimir Kramnik. They are the legends of the game. We cannot really comment about them. Obviously they know much more than anybody on the planet. Means there are very few people who can think like them, but the thing is, like, I'm talking about normal people. In normal people, normal means like rated player, unrated player, and who are not even a grandmaster. So for them, I think, like, no castling will be very interesting to develop their creative ability, and to know, like, what you can do, because that's the way that chess 960, or you can say the Fisher random chess, is working for everybody. You can put out your like creativity on the board. You can put your pieces the way you want, the way the game is developed and everything. It's much more interesting, and this is the new format which was coined by Kramnik, and I hope that I hope so that this format will definitely get more popularity very soon in near future. So guys, like let me know what are your views about the no castling. Have you ever tried this no castling chess in your own games? Because I have played this no castling with one of my friend, and we were having fun because the thing is that we were playing blitz, okay, and the happened like I we are so much used to castling, no, then I was going to castle because I thought like, okay, I'm going to castle, but then I realized that I cannot move my king that much, and then I was in big trouble, and then I lost the game very quickly because my king was stuck in the center of the board. I forgot that thing in the heat of the match, and it costed me a game. So no castling is pretty interesting to try it out, something new. You cannot follow your opening theory or opening preparation which you have already done. You have to be a little bit more original. As this game is going on, queen b6, and constantly you need to remind yourself like, man, your king is going to stay in the center, and if you are going to put it in the other side of the board, then you have to take some efforts with your king, and king always walks in one step at a time, so you have to waste so many moves. So okay, same way for your opponent also, but it makes more sense if you have a safe king, and if your opponent is like a little bit shaky, then if your pieces are well placed, then you are through to the game. So this this is the game which we have here. I guess like you are enjoying. Queen d2 was played by Vishy Anand here, because now the after queen to b6, the point was like b2 pawn was hanging. This position reminds me of the positions of Sicilian. Okay, in Sicilian Nador, the thing is that the pawn on d6 is a backward pawn, and then the pawn comes on the c4 square. Sometimes like, okay, this pawn on like e pawn gets exchanged because it comes on the d file, and then black plays something like e5 or e6, and then you exchange the pawn. So this is a similar position like the Sicilian position where the pawn is weak, but black always gets some counterplay over there on this diagonal and this. So I will say like the position is kind of interesting, and it will be more interesting after some time, like what is happening, because this computer evaluation which you are getting here on the screen is not actually true, because he is still thinking about the castle in this situation, because if white castles, then the rook comes in the game, but he doesn't know that the kings are not allowed to castle. So it is more fun to see this thing. Okay, see this thing. Guys, do send me hi, hello, something like that. And I have a question. Can we reach 100 likes today? Do like the stream, guys, and support our channel. Your one like can support us in many big ways, because if you like once, then it will definitely reach to more people, and then we will enjoy together, all of us. Hello, hello, yes, Butterscotch, good to have you here. Nice to have you here. Okay, coming back to the game, queen d2 has been played here. What are your predictions for the match? Well, I'm rooting for Vishy Anand to win the game, because not game but the match, I will say, because they are going to play 4 games in a row here. Means they already played 2 games, and the first game was won by Vishy Anand. The link has already been posted here. You can check out that, because I was not streaming at that time, but I definitely analyzed that game. And the second game was drawn, and now we are at this situation where Anand is playing. He is having some interesting position, that's what I will say. Like, as I already mentioned, that this is the position where the Sicilian positions are there. Bishop is there, bishop is on g7, e6, the knights are also there. So this is something familiar position from the white side and from black side also for both the players. So it will be more interesting to know what Vishy Anand is going to do with the king, because he cannot castle. So guys, I have a question for you. What do you think that where Anand is going to keep the king? Is he going to play king f1, king g1, king h2, or is he going to play king f1, g3 and then king g2? This feels like totally positional play. Is that right? Yeah, it's a positional play as long as your king is safe, Sachin. Thanks for having you here. But the moment your king gets exposed, it becomes like a big mess of tactical shots. So the main point of this thing is like, I have tested this thing. Okay, this is my own experience, I'm telling you, because I even got checkmated very soon in the middle of the board, only because I forgot that I am playing no castling chess and I'm not playing normal chess. Okay, I played other games and in which I managed to win also, but I'm telling you my bad experience first, that if your king comes under the attack, if your opponent's pieces are very active, then there is no going back, because you cannot really safeguard your king. And it will be like the romantic era of chess, where like Anderson and Morphy, they used to sacrifice the pieces against the opponent's king, which is sitting in the center of the board, and then the game will be over. So it will again be a romantic era on the chessboard very soon. So I guess like if this format gets a normal thing, just like the Fisher random, then you can say there will be many tactical games which will be happening on the chessboard, just like the romantic era of chess. Like I'm talking about the era which was like 150 years ago, before Stenny's era. So then people used to keep the king in the center of the board. They used to say like, okay, whatever happens, happens. I'm going to attack my king. Like caveman type of thinking was there at that time. So let's see what happens. What's your opinion about this thing? As I asked you, where will you put your king? Where do you think like Vishy Anand is going to put his king? Is he going to play g3, king f1, king g2, or is he going to play king f1, king g1 and king to h2? Which is uh, like your choice here in this situation? Do let me know. Do let me know in the chat, guys. And I have not I did not eat anything, so I need to eat also today, because I was streaming before this, so I need to eat something, guys. Please excuse me if you find me eating. Don't be offended, or maybe for some time I can just put off my video and I will complete my eating dinner, and then I will again come back. Should I do that? Should I do that? Let me know. You will always be listening to me, because eating on streaming is a little bit odd. What do you think? Should I eat? Send me a yes, no, something like that. Okay, I'm going to eat something. Keep video on, okay? Because I have very little. I cooked for myself because there is nobody at home. So I cooked some rice for me, and I'm going to eat rice. Hmm. Oh, we have one prediction here by Butterscotch, that king f1, g3 and king g2 will be played. Interesting. Yeah, maybe now this is the time where Anand needs to play his king, because see, Kramnik has put his rook on this e file, and if you are going to put the rook for longer duration of time, means your king in the center, then it will be trouble. Now the first thing we should understand, that bishop into c4 is the threat, because bishop cannot capture, because there will be a pin. So you have to move your king. That's what I feel here in this situation. So king f1 is incoming in this situation, or maybe Anand will play b3 to protect the pawn. That's also one of the possibilities in this situation. Which state are you from? Well, I am from Maharashtra. I'm from Maharashtra, guys. Don't worry, have your dinner. Okay, I will have my dinner, Butterscotch. I will not worry. Guys, please excuse me. I'm going to eat something, because I was streaming before this, and I know it is little bit unprofessional, but I am very hungry. Oh, okay. Sachin is suggesting that king is better placed on h2 because of the dark square bishop. Okay, that's also a possibility. But one thing is there, Sachin, that I feel like knight g4 threat followed by hg4, hg4, and then your king will be exposed. So h2 square seems to be a little bit risky to me because of knight g4 threat. What do you think about knight to g4 threat? Do you think that it's a real threat or what type of threat? Yeah, yeah, Amol. Thanks, thanks. I am going to eat. Guys, I am feeling very funny. It's almost over. Last one bite. Okay, done. Thank you for being patient with me. Okay, there is some improvement is there. King f1 and knight d7 is played. I think this knight has gone back to come on c5 square. This is one of my thinking, and maybe the knight is going to come on e5. Sachin is saying like white should control g4 when it's bishop. Bishop into g4, h into g4, h4. Where you are talking about bishop coming here? Sachin, can you please tell me? Because there is no bishop coming here. Or you are talking about knight into knight coming on here, but knight already Kramnik moved it to d7 square. He's just trying to control this two square. This is a very common strategy. I'm telling you this position from my own experience that this is a similar position as Sicilian, where the d6 pawn is there. I have played Sicilian Nadorf, and in Sicilian Nadorf this position happens many times. Like black gets this play and the a5 pawn is there, so that black will control the b4 square, so white cannot really play b4, and in that situation the knight will be very well placed on the c5 square. So this is the thing, and the e4 will also be controlled, and white at some point will definitely try to play knight d5 and get some play in the center of the board. The only difference here in this situation is that the king is here, so I feel like g3 and king g2 is going to come on the board. That's what I think. That's what I think. How to develop kingside rook? That's a big question. Some options are by playing h4 rook h3 if the c8 bishop gets fianchetted. Okay, but here in this position, Amol, I think it's not possible. And or via rook g1 to support g4 g5 plans. Yeah, that's one of the plan which you are talking about. Vishy Anand played rook g1 and g4 in his game, in the first game, but now he is not having that plan here, because there is no point in playing pushing the pawn to g4. And that's the, I think only the way here is to play g3 and king g2, or the plan which Sachin was talking about, king going to the h2 square. That is also viable here, because the knight is not having any longer jumps to the g4 square. That's what I think. Yeah, okay. Sachin is like, yeah, I was talking if black didn't move the f6 knight, how to stop it from coming to g4. Well, we cannot really stop it. No, the best thing, Sachin, I think, like, not to go on h2 in that case. You just play g3 and king g2. No, why do you want to go to h2? Because g3 is also okay move. No problem with this move. Like, you are supporting everything. Normally, I think it should be okay, because then your rook will also come in the game. You will put some pressure on the d6 pawn, isn't it? I feel like it's a good strategy to play like that in the situation, isn't it? Do let me know. Do let me know. Yes, g3 king g2 seems better. Yeah, that's sir. Looks like Anand is going for artificial castling. Yes, Rishabh, there is no option. No, you have to go for artificial castling only, because if you go, you cannot really castle in this situation. This is the no castling match. You are not allowed to castle. So that's the main thing here in this situation. Thanks for joining, by the way. Whoever has joined, thank you very much. And if you are new here, don't forget to like the stream. Even if you are going here and there, पहले like करके जाओ, बाद में सब काम करो, ठीक है? And as this is a very interesting game going on, b3. Oh wow, there is a development on the board. The b3 has been played. The support the pawn on c4 square. So Anand is going slowly and gradually. He is not worrying about anything. The knight definitely can go to c5 square, which I already was thinking in this situation. And then maybe king g1 and king h2 is there. King g1 and king g2, king h2 is there here in this position, because there is no longer this kind of threats with knight to g4. So it's very interesting, and this is also one of the reason why I'm streaming today, because no castling rule itself is a very interesting stuff, because it's not like old openings or something like that. It's pure understanding of chess, pure understanding. Whoever understands the chess deeply, he will definitely play. And here, what can I say, like, both the players understand chess better than anyone. Like, they are legends of chess, right? So thanks for being there, guys. Thank you very much for being there. And this commentary is going to be there for next 2 hours or maybe more than that. So stay tuned with me. And we will be streaming tomorrow also, because we already streamed about the World Cup, and Vidit Gujarati has qualified for the 3rd round, but our Gukesh and Padmin Raut had to like leave from the 2nd round. So let's see. Sir, how about knight g4 at g4, and looks like black needs to take the knight back. Where here knight, where are you talking, Rishabh? Here there is no knight g4 vagera. There is nothing like coming. No, the g4 square is here. Where are you talking about? A g3 square or what? Where are you talking about? I'm not understanding exactly where you are talking about moving the knight here, because here black seems to be okay. Knight should come on c5 square, then a king g1, and okay, one thing I would like to tell you guys, that in Sicilian position, whenever the knight is on c5 square, then the b3 becomes a little bit weakness, and then black players usually try to play a4, because knight is controlling the a4 square, and they try to undermine this pawn structure. you cannot really push the pawn to b4 square because queen is the one who is controlling the b4 square. So and if you capture on a4, the pawn structure will be messed up. Like I'll say like knight c5, if a4 is there, if we capture ba4 or knight a4, we can capture it here and the pawn structure will be very bad. And then after the king goes to a safety, I'm not talking about exactly right now, but when the king is in the safety zone, then the rooks will be coming on a file and the c file, and black will be putting some pressure here. Sir, about my idea, sir, how about looks like black needs to take the knight back. Well, Rishabh, your idea is not working out here. No, knight g4 is not even coming on the board. Okay, Amol is suggesting something that I have feel that Anand has a tendency to give up the bishop pair by exchanging a bishop for a knight. He seems to favor knights over the bishop. Let's see if he does this in the game. Yeah, he in general, he always talked about this thing in his interviews also. He prefers knights over the bishops, but he needs to understand, he needs to we need to understand this thing that he will always play according to the position, and he is the master of bishops as well as the knight. So he will play according to the position. He knows like what to do. But definitely, if the chance is there that if his knight is going to get a good square on the board, then definitely he will go for the knight's good square. He will not go for something like knight is not going to get a good square and he will just keep the knight on the board. He will not do that thing. Rishabh is saying like, Rishabh, sir, can you please tell how to build a repair tire? Well, Rishabh, to build a repair tire, it's a very grueling process. Like you have to go through each and every of your opening and then decide like what you are going to play, what you are not going to play, what you are going to avoid and everything. So it's a process, I will say. Like I cannot really tell you very briefly what you are going to do, but I can help you with this thing that if you really want to prepare openings, then go step by step. Okay, go step by step. Take any opening from one side. E4, if you are playing e4, let's suppose if black is going to play e5, then what you are going to play. But in e5 also, whether you are going to play knight f3 or bishop c4 first. If you play knight to f3, then your opponent has 2-3 options. Like he can play knight f6 and it will be better off. He can play knight c6. Then again it depends upon you, like bishop c4. So choose that thing, like what you are going to do. Okay, and then you build up your repertoire step by step like that, and make databases of each and every opening separately. It's a very big topic. I cannot really explain it very short. Yeah, Sachin, thanks for the shout out here. Yeah, I will definitely answer your questions, guys. I'll definitely answer your questions. So keep them hitting. Like you can hit me with any question related to chess, and I will try my best to answer your question. So we are waiting for Kramnik to play here. Some of the plans which are there. So guys, let's predict the moves. What do you think? Like you can predict the moves because we have a lot of time to think about the move and everything. So which move will you predict here? Knight c5 is one of the moves which comes to us very naturally. That's the reason why he played knight d7, knight c5. Or is he going to do something else in this situation? Is he going to play king g8 and king h7? Or what do you think like he is going to play? He can wait for a while, play king g8, king h7 to get the rook in the game. That's also something which I feel he might go for. What is your choice? What is your another idea is also there. After b3, maybe the knight can jump to e4 square. Okay, if the knight jumps on the e4 square, the pawn on d6 will be attacked with the queen as well as the knight. So then also you need to figure out like what to do here. Okay, this knight is there, but still the attacking possibilities are there. Code engineer is saying like who has the advantage here? Well, it is about even position, equal position. Nobody is having the advantage because still both the sides are yet to safeguard their kings, and once the kings will be safeguarded, then only one side or the other side will start attacking. Here they are just maneuvering the pieces, they are taking care of the king. Once the king will be safe, then I will say that then the main action will happen. But looks like parents are back. Doorbell rang. No, the parents are not back, Sachin. The thing is that I like shut down the door, so nobody's at home. I'm not going to open the door. It keeps on ringing sometimes. Maybe I told my father, like I asked my father to order something for me to eat, and he asked that someone to deliver the food to me. So he is that person, I think, and he is going to go back because I'm not going to open the door because I don't have a single door to open it. Like I need to go down and open the door, and then I need to open the shutter. Like my house has a big security. So I'm not going to go down. Let it be. It must be my food only. My father must have ordered food for me, nothing else. But I already had some food. D6 pawn is a weak attack with knight b5. Okay, Nirmal is saying like rook d1, attack the d6 pawn and pawn to d5. Yes, Nirmal, this is the possibility, but the thing is that that's what I'm telling you. No, the knight will jump to c5 square. Even if you play knight to b5, you are attacking with two pieces. The knight is there, so I can always defend the situation with rook. No, rook d8 is not a possibility, right? But what can we do? We can play knight e4 all the time. And then f2 is attacked, queen is attacked, and the d6 pawn is also supported. Lakshya Malviya, where do you live? Well, I live in Parvani, one district place. I live there. The other different answer would have been like, I live in my house. Okay, these are too many arrows, right? These are too many. Should I make some moves? Like let's suppose I play knight c5, the move which was Nirmal was talking about. We might go for rook to d1, attacking here, but then we can wait, right? We can move the king somewhere. Can we move the king? And then if knight b5 is played, I have knight e4 move. This is what I was talking about, because if you play knight to e4, the d6 pawn is attacked, the f2 pawn is being attacked by the queen and the knight. Okay, so in order to save that thing, you have to play queen e1, otherwise you are just getting checkmated. And if you play this thing, you can see this queen is now overloaded, and to this is like, it's too much bad for white. Like his pieces are completely backward, and we can increase the position, more attack just by playing h4. The king is not going anywhere, plus there are certain threats of knight to g3. This is also one of the threat which is there on the board. See, if I play random move, okay, I'll just show you one thing. If you play random move, then the knight g3 is the threat, and then if you capture here, the knight into g3, the king is not having any squares to go around because the queen is controlling everything here. So you have to give up the queen. That's the main idea of playing h4 here in this position. So the game can get very tricky, and it can just suddenly get over if you are careless in the situation. So knight b5, I don't think so Anand is anytime going to play this thing because of the threat knight e4. So you have to be very, very careful, guys, while playing no castling chess, because your king is in danger. That's the main thing. I hope that you have understood what I mean to say. Did you get it? Just give me a thumbs up or something like that. Just say yes or no, so that your doubts are clear. That's what I will say. Do let me know, guys. Do let me know in the chat. I hope it's clear. Nirmal? Oh, Jitendra Dhakad is saying yes, complete, yeah. So the thing is that it gets more critical, like to play the accurate moves when it comes to this kind of format where your king is yes, understood. Is it fair to say black king is slightly safer? Yeah, you can say like black's king is slightly safer here because white's pieces are not there near the king. Here black's pieces are at least doing something here. So that's because see, Sachin, earlier also when you were talking about king g1, king h2, when the knight was there, the knight was having some jumping spots to go g4. So white's king is always a little bit in danger because it is directly being attacked by black's pieces. That's what I feel like here in this situation. But as long as your opponent's pieces doesn't come on your king is safe. So still black's pieces are quite behind. The knight is still there on d7, bishop is there, knight is there. So it will take some time for black to get his pieces. The variation which I talked about was just when you're going to play knight b5. If you are being careless, then you will be punished for sure. And Kramnik definitely will spot all these things because like he He's the world champion, former world chess champion, guys. Okay, what did they play? Let me check. f6 f6 has been played in the game, guys. I think so. Let me check. Did they play f6? I think, yeah, f6 is played in the game. b3 and f6 has been played, guys. So he is saying like, okay, the bishop should just go back in this situation. No need to keep the bishop there forever. And where will you put the bishop? If you put it on e3 square, then obviously the knight is going to capture the bishop, and the knight will also get the square on okay, one more thing is there. If bishop e3, knight e3, if fe3 is played, let's suppose you play bishop e3, okay, and then if knight into e3, f into e3, we always have this bishop h6 move, and then this pawn will be attacked. Then we can obviously, this is being attacked here, we have king f2 move and we have knight d4 move. I think I will prefer king to f2, or no. Oh no, e3 is being attacked then in by 3 ways. All we need to like do is like bishop move and the pawn will be captured. So bishop into c4 will be a good idea, because if you capture, then bishop into e3 will be there and the queen will be lost. So it's not a good idea to play bishop to e3 immediately. In the game, bishop f4 has been played, guys. Bishop f4 has been played because there were some interesting idea. Okay, coming back to this situation, king f2 is a bad move. Knight d4 is definitely one of the best moves by which white can defend. Okay, but Anand says like, okay, I'm not going to do anything. He plays bishop to f4, just going for this pawn. Miss, she's attacking, but it is well defended with the knight as well as the queen. I think g5 might be played on the board, and then he will force his opponent to play bishop to e3. But in that case, one good news is there from the white side, that after capture, there is no bishop h6 and attack on the pawn on e3, because his own pawn will be there on the g5 square. So it's also, the game is getting interesting now. But I feel like somehow if he plays g5, okay, if he plays g5, then what are you going to do with the knight, with the bishop on g7 square? It will feel very bad in that situation, isn't it? Guys, if you are coming new here on the channel, don't forget to like the stream also. Even if you are going to have your dinner or something, you can come back and make sure that you come back also, because I know like this is dinner time for everybody. I just had dinner on stream only with in front of you. Thanks for being there. Okay, bishop f4, and we are still thinking. So the variation which I was talking about, g5, bishop comes here, then if we capture here, and then f into e3, here now this bishop is not going to get anything in the situation, and we have this thing attacking here. Knight might come here, and okay, black's bishop is bad. That's what I'll say. If you play bishop to h6, then knight d4, no worries, because we are like controlling everything. If g4 is played in this situation, we can just capture. If he captures h into here, then knight into e6 is also there. We can just get rid of this thing, rook into e6, and then bishop into g4. If you capture here, there is no check. No, there is no check. So bishop into rook into h6, h8 is there. So we cannot really go for that thing. So what to do? Queen e3, rook e3, and then bishop into d7 will be there. The piece will fall. So many things can happen. Many things can happen. So let's figure it out. After f4, g5. Yeah, g5 has been played, guys, on the board. G5 is on the board. Bishop e3 will be played on the board very soon. Guys, can we aim for 34 means 100 likes today? Vishy Anand is playing. And Kramnik is also playing. No casting chess is going on, and it's going to be an epic match. And one more thing, like many people are here, I want to ask you one thing, like, have you ever tried this no castling chess or Fisher random chess in your life until now? Or have you ever just played normal chess? You have never played any other chess? Please let me know in the chat, guys. Have you tried Fisher random chess 960 बोल सकते हो, या फिर you can say like this new thing, no casting? Have you tried it? Never tried. Oh, you should try. Okay. You should try. Only normal chess, okay, only normal chess. But it's kind of fun, like at least try chess 960. See, in chess 960, what is there? Like you can follow all the basic rules. Only thing is that your pieces on the first rank, or you can say on the last rank for the black, they will be shuffled. Everything else will be same. Like you can castle and you can push and you can end pass and everything is same. Only the pieces will be shuffled. So that's also very interesting stuff. And Bobby Fischer came up with that Fischer random thing. That's why it is called as Fischer random. It's Bobby Fischer. Nowadays people call it okay. Jitendra is saying like I have tried pawn odd chess. Okay, you like you were having the pawn odds, or you gave like pawn odds to somebody, like you were pawn down or what? Like I have played that kind of games sometimes, but it is kind of interesting. Yeah, like you can play that odds game only with lower rated players, or the players who are not that much strong, because already you are having some less material, then it becomes more difficult for you to play in the game. Guys, our channel is getting more active now, so be there, like the stream and everything, support our channel. It's going to be more active every single day. Okay, it will not be inactive from now onwards. 2 pawns down, really? And what happened in the game, Jitendra? If you are 2 pawns down, did you manage to win, or you were playing against some kid? What was the thing? Did you play against the kid? I don't think so. Like you played in a very serious game. You must have played against some kid or something like that, right? Is a disadvantage because king can't castle. Any chess book for 1300 elo? Okay, Laksh, there are many books, but one book I just suggested in my previous stream also, that actually I read that book when I was already a rated player, but I feel like that book can be helpful for everybody. That book's name is Logical Chess Move by Move, because for the players of any standard, the logical thinking should be developed very deeply, and that's why you should read that book, Logical Chess Move by Move. That Irving Chernev is author, and he explained each and every move, like why it should be played, like what is the reason behind playing a move. So if you want to learn, or if you want to understand the basics of chess, or you can say like the positional concepts of chess, then that is the book you need to learn, because you can definitely solve tactics online. That is also a very sure short way to like improve your game. And but apart from that, your positional understanding should also improve. Guitar advice 1500 1600 के लिए book by, yeah, miss, first you can start with that book. And one more thing I will tell, that the players who are below 2000 rating, okay, like 1500 1600 1800, you need to study end games. Studying end games is very important. So for that I will suggest 2 books. Those books are Silman's complete endgame course, and also one more book is there, the 100 endgames you must know, that is by Jesus de la Vela. These 2 books are very important. See, the thing is that you need to study the endgames in order to improve your understanding related to coordination of your pieces, because in the endgame you have to coordinate your pieces very precisely. One more thing is there, that you need to plan also in the endgame. You cannot just play just like that anything. So you need to develop your understanding, your coordination between the pieces, the planning. So that's very important. And obviously, am I back? Just let me know, guys. Am I back? Buffering? Is it back? I did 2000 rated so many times, but I am 1500. Alright, only once if you defeat someone, then it will not be enough, right? You need to be very consistent. You need to, the best thing is like, yeah, I'm back, right? The main thing is like to be a stronger player, to increase your rating. It's not just about winning sometimes or winning against strong players. It's also about not losing against low rated players or the players of your strength. So a stronger player is considered as a strong player only if he is good in defense. like like the people who are in stock market or who are risk management, they know this thing, that it's not always about the winning, it's also about minimizing the damage. So you, in order to improve your rating, you have to understand that sometimes we need to take a draw, sometimes we need to defend the situation. So in order to become a strong player, build up your good defensive abilities. That will definitely help you to play much more better games, and it will eventually improve your rating also. Chetan is here. Kya baat hai? Chetan, hello, hello. Dashing today. Thanks. I like, at least you did not say like Ghazni look is there. Ghazni is not there at least. But even if you say that thing, I like, at least Amir Khan will be there, no? So I'm okay with that also. Can you analyze my game? Well, I'm analyzing here other game, so I hope you don't mind. I'm analyzing Vishy Anand's game. Bishop e3 was played in the game, guys. He played bishop e3. Now maybe knight into e3 will be played on the board. This is what I think. I'll just refresh the page once. Let me check. Yeah. Guys, do like the stream also. Okay, don't forget to like the stream and support our channel here, because your one like can be very useful for us. Yes, guitar, definitely. When we are doing some random stream, definitely you can share your game, and I will definitely try to analyze your game. You would tattoo all openings on your body if you are Ghazni. Yeah, miss, I should remember each and every line, right? So my full body. But the question is like, in my games, how I'm going to look at all those opening lines? That's a big question. Maybe, miss, the cheating is not allowed. So like, we need to understand, like, oh, maybe I will just tattoo this thing like where I have kept my files, my opening files, so that I can remind them. I can do that thing. Like this Petrov opening is there, Sicilian Nadorf is there, what is the initial position? I can definitely do that. But one thing is there, this idea was there actually, Sachin, I'm telling very honestly, okay? The idea of having a tattoo of Sicilian Nadorf was there in my mind at some point in my life. If I manage to play some good games about Sicilian Nadorf, is against strong players or something, then I had that idea that I will tattoo Sicilian Nadorf position after 5 moves. You know, e4, c5, knight of 3, d6, d4, cd4, and d4, and f6, knight c3, and then a6. That position I wanted to tattoo. Let's see. Okay, Laksh, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, Chetan, I'm learning these things from you only. Like guys, Chetan is one arbiter, chess arbiter. He decides about many things. He helps everybody in the tournament organization also, and he is always smartly attired. Like a tie is there. I at least don't wear a tie. He wears the tie and the suit and boot. Like ekdam professional. If you want to see like who is there, then Chetan is the man for you. If you go to any Mumbai tournament, like if you find like if you see anybody who is dressed very well in a suit, tie, and everything, then that guy is Chetan, no other. And everybody comes to him for the results and everything, asking for the pairing. Sir, what is this? Sir, where is my name? All the kids are always around him. So if you want to spot where is Chetan, then it's very easy. Okay, f knight into e3 has been played here. I think he must capture f into e3. Why is he thinking? I don't understand. Maybe he is thinking about queen into e3. That is also one of the possibilities to go for the exchange of the queens. But if you play this thing, is there anything like queen into e3 and f into e3? Then queens will be exchanged. Endgame will happen. So maybe never know. He is thinking maybe to go for the endgames or not. Chess player is here. Hello, hello, chess player. Sir, how many moves ahead Grandmaster can think if we speak generally? Well, I don't know exactly, but they can think quite deeply. But the miss, it is not my opinion. Okay, I have read this thing, many articles and everything. The grandmaster don't really think too many moves ahead. The grandmaster knows where to stop thinking about any variation and where to go much more deeper. They understand that thing very well, because generally what happens, normal players, even me also, like we think about some variation and we keep on thinking like we want to make that variation work because we have invested some time. We don't really leave that thing. So that grandmaster, they understand where to leave some particular variation. They understand, okay, this variation will be working out or not in future or not, though, because their understanding about chess is too high. They understand the positions because pattern recognition is very high in them. So they save a lot of time. They don't just waste their energy or anything calculating everything. Their judgment is too high. So that is the main difference between the grandmasters and normal players. Even among the grandmasters also, like 2500 grandmaster, 2600 grandmaster, 2700 grandmaster, it's all about understanding of chess. They understand where to stop. Like it's very important thing, where to stop. If you don't understand where to stop, then you will just keep on calculating. Then what's the use of just calculating? We are not machines, right? We are not computers. So we need to utilize our energy very properly. Yeah, please do like, guys. Thanks Sachin for reminding them. Arey Chetan bhai, you deserve everything. I hope you are doing good in Mumbai. Why watch is not moving? It's moving, no? Is it not moving? Ah, okay. F into e3 was played, guys. F into e3 was played. I made that move. I did not make this move. Black's move is there. Anand captured with the pawn. Anand captured. He did not capture with the queen. The variation queen into e3 was my variation, but in the game f into e3 was played. Thanks Mohit for reminding me to make the move. This is the position on the board. Maybe he was thinking just to go for the queen exchange or not. He did not go for the queen exchange. He captured with the pawn, and now he is thinking. Yes, that's the what do you think like grandmaster is, guys? I have a question for you. What is a grandmaster according to you? जिसका रेटिंग सिर्फ 2500 से ऊपर है वो ग्रैंड मास्टर है, या हु इज अ ग्रैंड मास्टर? Mohit Vishwakarma, you are most welcome from my deep of my. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mohit. Thanks for being there also, guys. Guys, at least help us to reach 50 likes today. After reaching that small milestone of 50, we'll think about 100 likes today. So help us, whoever new is here on the channel, do like the stream for, and thanks for being there also in the chat as well as in the live stream, for being consistent with me, because we are here to like witness like these top legends are playing against each other. One who have 3 GM norms and about 2500. That's a very common answer, Mahi. That's a very common answer. Like Grandmaster is not just about the norms and this. He is much more than that. Chetan, thank you very much. Like I hope we will meet on 6 December. Complicated position, double edge. Yeah, it's a complicated position, and They are well prepared on their openings, good at calculation, no end games, and techniques really well. Yeah, that's the definition, is something like it's all about preparation. They are very, very well prepared. Because of the well preparation and thoroughly prepared, they get all the things, other things. So preparation is the key. Grandmasters are never like players who just go to the tournament just because they want to play chess. They go there in order to like achieve something. Okay, knight c5 is played by Kramnik over here, and now Vishy is thinking what to do in this situation. Do you think that Vishy will go for something like knight d4 in this situation? I think like white seems to be a little bit favorable in this situation, for me at least. Weakness, that's why not exchange the queen. Yeah, maybe he wants to keep some pressure over here. And one more thing is also there, that black's king is little bit more exposed than white's king. That's why maybe he is trying to put the queens on the board, so that if at any point he gets the entry into the camp of black's camp here, then he will get some advantage in that situation. So that's what my take is there on this situation. Knight d4 might be played on the board. So I'll just refresh the board once again. If there is yeah, I have refreshed it. Knight c5 is the move. Now the time has come down very a lot. 35 minutes are there from white side. Vishy Anand is playing with this thing, and 36 minutes are Kramnik. It's almost equal time is there. Why is Vishy better here? Well, his pieces are more coordinated, no, and the pawns have moved. The more you move your pawns, the like more exposed your king is. Like the possibilities are there that the black's king will be under attack after some time. Plus the d6 pawn is a weakness. So considering all these points, like you can say like white is slightly better in this situation. And another thing which you can understand is like this bishop on g7 is the main problem. And if you compare the position, if you compare the pieces on the board, then white's pieces are not bad, but black's one piece is bad on g7 square, which cannot really come in the game very soon. So that's also one of the reason which tells us that white should be little bit better in this situation. What about knight b5, rook e1, king f2 plan? Oh, you want to go for knight b5 attack here? But as I mentioned this earlier also, the moment you play knight b5 or something, knight e4 will come, and if knight e4 comes, it attacks the queen, knight g3, and so many threats are there. So you have to control the e4 square. That's why Vishy played bishop d3, controlling the e4 square. Now he is asking his opponent, okay, whether you are going to capture it here, or maybe bishop g6 is the threat, he will attack here, and there will be more pressure on black's king in that situation. That's something which is there in front of us. I think this knight needs to capture this bishop. Otherwise, if bishop enters into the black's camp, then it will be difficult position for black. It will be difficult position for bishop d3, knight d4, knight f5. Yeah, like that's there. Bishop d3 is one of the ideas, and he is going for that also. And knight d4 is always there. No, why to play the knight d4 immediately? We can wait for knight d4. First of all, he is improving bishop, because you can see that white's light square pawns are there, no? So this bishop is slightly, because other pawns are also on the light square, so this bishop is slightly bad. So we need to activate that bishop somehow. And see, sometimes what happens, a bishop is on a good diagonal, means good diagonal means open diagonal, but it may be like that, it's not useful for you. But in order to make it more useful for you, you need to put on a square where it will be exerting some pressure on your opponent. That's very, very important. Turn off lines, let us guess move only have bar. There are no lines. We are like, okay. Lines means like arrows you are talking about. Are you talking about the arrows? Okay, I have turned off the arrows. Now let's see. Now you can tell me what are your thoughts about the situation, guys. Be a little bit more active in the chat, and that will be also be more interesting also for me as well as you. So it will be more fun also, because I like it when you are asking me questions. I like it. So just be there and ask me questions. Hit me with any question related to chess, okay? Don't ask me any like aaj kya khaya and all those things. Means my mom asked me those questions, so you don't need to ask me. Vishy is eyeing for f5 square now. Maybe. I'm not that sure about f5 square. Vishy will not get the f5 square for sure. For that, maybe like this king, the king is the main thing which I feel like he needs to take care of the king first. Where are you going to put the king? Because unless and until you move the king, the rook will not come in the game. So first, maybe he will put the knight on d4, but he will not go on f5. First, he will take care of the king. The king needs to be placed somewhere. Where to place the king? That's the main question here in this position. Maybe he'll play king to e2, followed by rook to f1, and try to put some pressure on black's king over here. That is something which I will prefer, because okay, this rook is there. I completely agree with this thing, but there is no one who is going to attack the pawn on e3. Knight into bishop, and knight f5 activating the bishop. Yeah, that's there, but for that, knight into bishop, queen into bishop, f5 activating the bishop. Oh, okay, means you want to play knight into bishop, queen into bishop, and then you want to play f5 in this situation. But what about the g5 pawn? G5 pawn is there. Oh, is there any good book on opening traps and tricks? Okay, there is a book. There is a book. There is a famous, very famous coach is there in USA. Have you heard about Bruce Pandolfini? Have you heard about him? You first tell me this thing. He is a very famous coach of USA, Bruce Pandolfini. If you have heard about him, then his book is there related to opening traps and tricks. That is a famous book, I'll say. He has categorized different openings, and he has given different traps in that book. But I never really read that book. But I saw that book. Means in my games, never like opening traps never really happened. Means not even in my childhood, opening traps were never. You check it out, like Bruce Pandolfini. His book is there about opening traps. Just Google search it, you will get that book. Nice book. I don't know what part of USA. USA is a big state. Like there are many states. How will I know? Is there also additional time after 40 moves? Yeah, I think like they are going to get additional time after 40 moves for sure. And here after bishop d3, Kramnik is thinking a lot. He still, see guys, there are 18 moves which are left. Sunil Veeramantri I know, and Yasser and Shankland. Okay, these are like Sunil Veeramantri is like he's the father of Hikaru Nakamura. That's what is there. And Yasser Sarawan is also famous. Shankland is very new. But I am talking about a coach who is famous long back. Like he is a very famous, respected coach. All these players like Sunil Veeramantri, he taught only Hikaru Nakamura. Yasser Sarawan is a big celebrity in USA because he played in Olympiads and all, but he is not exactly a coach. He is also a very great player. But Bruce Pandolfini was a great coach. Shankland is still a very active player. He plays in big tournaments. In this World Cup also he is playing, and he recently won against, with whom did he win? Yesterday only he won against somebody, right? I need to check that game. Like yesterday he won against Shankland won against one strong player yesterday. What was his name? I looked at his game, but I forgot. What was the name of Shankland's opponent? Let me check. Shankland. Oh, Shankland won against Bahadur Jobawa. Yeah, that's what. He won against Bahadur Jobawa. It's difficult to play with black pieces. Well, that's just the mindset. Nothing else. That's just the mindset to, if it's difficult to play with the black pieces. Just the same thing. Just change your mindset. It is just the same, like white and black. It doesn't really matter. Which opening do you like the most? Well, I like Sicilian. I like Sicilian Nadorf. I like in d4 also. I like King's Indian opening. with white or black also, means with white also and with black also. I like like King's Indian defense. These are like the main openings which I like. So guys, what is going to happen here? I think if you capture, okay, let's talk a little bit about game also. If you capture here, then captures here on d3, f5 is definitely not a good idea. We need to go back maybe here, or king f7 is a one move. King e2 will be played, rook h f8, rook h f1, and then king to g8. And I think this is the situation where we can, or do we have this rook d1 move is also there. We will put more pressure on the d6 square. It's difficult to play with black pieces. This position. Oh, you're talking about this position. I thought like you're talking in general. Yeah, it is little bit difficult because this bishop is not coming, and I just showed you one variation. No, like how will you bring the rook on h8 in the game? That's also one of the questions in front of black. So if you manage to get the rook in the game from h8, then black should be fine. But as white is having this square on d1, that black doesn't have that much possibilities here in this situation. He cannot really come in the game. So that's a big question, like how will you bring the rook on h8? If the rook's problem on h8 is solved, then I will say like black should be fine in this situation. One idea is there, king f7 and bring the rook and play king g8. That should be enough. But white is getting the rook very quickly in the game, like king e2 and rook d1. So that's one of the things. Guys, do consider subscribing to my channel also. Okay, don't forget about this thing. We want to grow slowly and gradually. With your support only I can grow my channel. So please do support my channel. We will be having regular streams about good content, about chess tournaments and everything, and I will be posting more and more videos which will be helpful for your chess development. So just be there and support the channel. Okay, like coming back to the situation over here. What is bishop g8? I can't think about it. Bishop g8, I played this thing because like I wanted to bring the rook, means queen or bishop here on this diagonal. That was also one of the things. Means you capture here on d3, capture here and go bishop g8 with the idea of bishop coming here. That is also one of the things which can be, but bishop g8 is not a natural move. I don't think so anybody will play bishop g8, because it is. And one more thing is there, after capture bishop g8, you are attacking the pawn on e3 with queen as well as the rook. That's also one of the possibilities in the situation. So maybe possible, but we are still stuck with this bishop to d3 move. Kramnik is thinking quite a lot, like thinking tank, you can say. g4 here, attacking move. g4, you want to play g4 in this situation, but isn't it that you are exposing your king more? I can play knight h4. I don't even want to exchange. I'll play knight to h4. Knight will go to g6 square, and I'm threatening many things in this situation. I think g4 is not that cool the way it looks. It's okay, but we can try. Let's suppose we play this move, and what can I do? Should I go for this thing or what? I can play knight h4, going for this knight g6. How will you stop knight g6? You can play king f7, but still I have bishop to g6. Then this will be attacked, isn't it? I think knight h4 is a very interesting option in this situation if we are going to for the g4 move. Guys, we are very close for 50 likes. Do just like 4-5 people. If we like, then we will reach a small milestone of 50 likes. Okay. Do like the stream and make it 50 likes. Okay. Sharik, hi Sharik Maulvi, how are you? If guys, whoever new is here, don't forget to like the stream, make it count. Your presence, make your presence count here. I know all my friends come here and they support me and everything, so do support the channel also, like in your own way. small contribution, just your one hit, one like will be good enough. Okay. Okay, we will be getting back to the game, but they are thinking a lot. So here, what's your prediction, guys? G4 is not the move, which I don't think so he is going to play. What's your prediction here? Will he go for knight into D3? Will he play G4? Will he play anything else? Please let me know. Please let me know, guys. What do you think will be played in this situation from black side? Black is on the move. Kramnik is thinking in this situation. He has already thought for nearly 15 minutes or something like that in this situation. He's not at all playing. Not 15, sorry. 35 was there, no? 36. So 25 and yeah, 13 minutes. He's thinking since last 13 minutes. Will you cover the upcoming COB? When is COB? I don't know. I don't know. When is COB? I will cover COB, maybe only the games I will analyze, but live streaming, Samay will be live streaming, Sagar will be live streaming, so like there only everybody will be there. So I will make the videos for sure, Laksh. I'll make the videos. A4 move also seems good. B3 pawn will be weak. Ah, okay. You want to play A4 in this situation. Okay. But if you play A4, let's suppose we play A4. You want to attack the pawn on B3. What can we do about this thing? Knight D4 is the natural move, which seems to be there. Because if you capture, I can capture. If you capture, then I can pin the knight with queen to B2. And the queen on B6 is not having any support, and you will be in a very difficult situation in that case. I will say the knight will definitely fall. Knight will definitely fall. So you cannot really capture on B3, and it should be safe. Should be safe. But definitely A4 is a possibility in this situation. I agree. Knight D3. Okay, Sachin is saying like knight into D3. Black gets bishop pair versus white's knight pair. Ah, okay, you want to play like that, but yeah, but the thing is that bishops are not active, Sachin. The thing is that bishop belongs to open diagonals. Okay, that's the most important thing, and in this position bishops are not having any open diagonals. One more thing is there, that knight is having good post. Knight can come on D4 square, the knight can come on D5 plus E4, and there will be some weaknesses which knights will be enjoying to attack with. So I guess so. Here knights I will prefer, and one more thing is also there. Vishy Anand always prefers knight. So means not always, most of the time, and especially the position is like that. The position is of the close nature. If it was of open nature, let's suppose this, instead of this bishop on being on E6 square, if it was on C6 square exerting some pressure, then I will say like there was something. If this pawn was little bit behind, and if this bishop is opened up, and if you can put that bishop on E5 square, then I will prefer bishops. But here it's not that cool. Means bishops are not that cool. How is no castling chess works? Well, Babita, the thing is that all the rules and regulations are the same of chess only. There is only one exception is there, that you cannot castle in the game. Everything else is same. That's how it works. Nothing really changes. Everything is same. And thank you very much, guys, for making 50 likes. We have reached a half milestone. Okay, we have reached half milestone. Now the next milestone is to reach 100 likes on the stream. Please do support, guys. Okay, Mahi is asking which is the most aggressive opening against French. I play advanced, but I am getting bad position. Exchange is too drawish. Okay, you can try. You can try. Okay, like if black is, see, I am being very honest now. If black is playing solid chess, if he is playing, if he knows his stuff, then no opening is aggressive. E5 is considered as the most aggressive. But if you are not getting good positions, the thing is that you need to study that opening. Instead of leaving that thing, try to study it properly. Try to understand it properly. Try to play longer duration of game. Take more time in the opening. Think about the opening. Don't just leave it just because you are having some bad results. Have you prepared? I don't think so. You have prepared it properly. Do you know many games about that opening? Do you know like how many uh, good players play that opening? Like, you need to study it. Don't just keep on shifting from this or that. This is not working, so I'll shift it. This is not working, so I've shifted. And by luck or chance, you sometimes you will win some or other game, and then you will feel, okay, this is the opening is for me. I am winning some games, but that's not the truth. Like after some days, you will start losing in that opening also. It's not about the opening, guys. It's all about your understanding. So if you are like, if you really want to improve your like results related to some opening, try to improve your understanding related to that opening's middle game. That will definitely help you. Okay. E4 e6 knight f3 is aggressive line. Yeah, anything can be aggressive, guys. Anything can be aggressive. It's not like just one opening. So guys, Kramnik is thinking so much in this position. I think this is a very critical position which he is thinking. Why is he thinking? Like, we need to understand this thing, guys. We will flip the board and think from his side. Let's see from Kramnik's side what is the thing. What can we do from black side? He must be thinking like how to defend in this position properly. This is not an easy position. This is not at all an easy position. Isn't it, guys? Do you think that it's an easy position in this situation? It doesn't look like an easy position, right? My first study and then come back to the stream and tell me after you study something related to that. Let's study some games and then ask me the same questions. Before studying, just by playing is not enough. Playing is not enough. Even if you play 1,000 games, you won't learn anything. You need to analyze the game. You need to prepare. Don't confuse with the playing and preparation. It's a different thing. Hi Alark, good to have you here. Yeah, Butterscotch, it's not at all easy. Black is having a little bit cramped position, so that's why Kramnik is thinking in this situation. Oh, thank you, Sharik bhai. Thank you very much. I like it like when you enjoy it. So guys, the knight into d3, queen into d3, and bishop f7 has been played. We were talking about something like this only. We were just talking about bishop to g8 in the situation. But now finally Kramnik has played bishop to f7. Okay, fine. Where is he going to go with the bishop to f7? We need to think. Knight d4 will be played, I think, with the idea of going to f5 square. This is something which how to promote on OTB. How to put kings after match. 1-0 draw and 0-1. Well, you can promote very easily on the over the board. You can just push the pawn to the queening square and then lift the pawn, and then you can put the queen. That's something you can do. It's very easy. You don't need to worry about it. But don't just keep the queen on the board and then lift the pawn. You need to make the move. That's the main thing. Like, you need to push the pawn to the final square. Don't press your clock. Put the queen there and then press the clock. Then only you complete the position. And how to like results, like if you are taking out 1-0, then put both the kings in the center of the board. I'll show you, like if white has won, you will keep the kings on the center of the board on the white pieces. If black has won, then you will put the pieces on the you will put the kings on the dark square in the center of the board. And if it's a draw, then one king will be there on the light square, other queen will be on the dark square in the king's line. That's how you put the kings. Nice hair cutting, kya baat hai. Saurabh, thank you very much. I think you are liking it, me without hair. If you are going to watch my video for longer duration time, then I will always keep less hair only. Both player rating is same. 2753. Yeah, both players rating is same. Maybe this is their one of the best ratings. That's one of the thing I think. Okay, after bishop f7, they are still thinking about the situation. I'm still wondering how black is going to bring the rook on h8 in the game. What is the style of Anand and Kramnik? They have all the styles, guys. They are legends of chess. They can play anything. At top level, no player is having only one style. On top level, their styles are universal. They are good at everything. So you cannot say like they are good in just he is a player who just plays aggressive chess. Somebody just plays the positional chess. No, they play everything. They play according to the situation. They play according to the openings which they decide. It's never the same time because see, Anand used to, when he was a little bit young, he used to play aggressive openings. So his play was aggressive. But when the World Championship came, when he played against Kramnik and Topolo, especially against Topolo when he played, he changed his complete opening repertoire. He shifted to Reti opening, Knight of 3, Queen's Indian opening, Knight of 3, G3, Bishop G2, those kind of setups he started playing. And it was completely a positional stuff. So they play according to the opponent, they play according to the situation, so they are good at everything. Then only that's why they are world champions. They are always good. Means in order to become a very strong player, you have to be good at everything, and especially related to defense, you have to be very good at defense. How many moves are played? Well, here you can see like how many moves are played. Knight d4 has been played, so 24 moves are played on the board. Now black is the one who is playing. Okay, after knight d4, the knight is aiming towards to go to f5 square. That's what I feel. And as this attack is less now on this file, maybe the king will come to f2 square and then rook will join the game. Like we will play rook to e1 or maybe rook f1 and then he will play king g1. The king will be safe and okay, we will be having some pressure on the d file. Yeah, Karpov used to play positional. Yeah, that's true. That was in previous era, but now if you should look at the game, like you should look at the interviews of Anish Giri or Magnus Carlsen and see their games. They play anything. You give them any position, aggressive position, they will play the best possible way to play in the aggressive position. You give them positional like position, they'll play the best thing. Like now the players are more universal. They are not stick to one thing only. King e2, I'm doubtful about king e2. I think like king f2, rook f1, or maybe king f2, rook e1, rook d1. That's what I will prefer in this situation. I will not like to put my king here. I like to put my king on g1 square. Means the king's safety, I feel like it's here on g1. So f2 is the nearest square for the g1. So I'll play king to f2 and then I will bring my rook in the game and then it will be good. I guess so. What do you think, guys? Today it's going very slow. Our previous stream was we talked about mini games at the same time, but today this Kramnik versus Anand, only one game is there, and it's a very deep game, so it's getting more tense. Okay, we will try to play some variations and try to understand what black will play here. One thing is there, like the question related to this queen, with this rook is there, what to do about the rook. Another thing is that this queen is also going to come somewhere here in the center of the board. I try to attack somewhere here. That's also one of the things, because before queen b6 was there, so queen was at least attacking on e3, and after knight to d4 the queen is not attacking anything. So now I think black's time is to bring the queen to the other side of the board, where it will be much more useful, right? So I think like he is going to play something like queen c5, queen e5, and he will try to get something here, and then after that maybe g4 will be played. If g4 is played, then h into g4, h into g4, at least he will get some play with bishop h6. That's also one of the thing. How should I gain FIDE rating? Well, Sharik, you need to play in FIDE rated tournaments, which are not happening in India right now. At least for next 4-5 months the tournaments will not happen, so you need to wait for some time. Unless and until the COVID situation gets normal, you need to wait for a while. Hello Ram Prasad, thanks for being there. Anand will not allow Kramnik's bishop to come out. Well, that's what we are thinking, that he will not allow, but okay. In the game, rook e5 is played, guys. Rook e5 is played in the game. We were talking about queen e5, rook e5, but queen e5, but he played rook e5. Okay, he's saying like, okay, is this a situation where is he thinking like playing king to this square on e7 and bring the rook in the game somewhere on e8 and then again go back to f8? Is this a thing? What do you think? Like black, what is black's planning here? Is black planning to play king e7, rook e8 and again go back with king f8, or he just played rook to e5 to cover up all the holes in this situation? Because there are many holes in this situation which black cannot really cover up. This knight can jump here, knight can jump here, knight can jump here, this knight can jump here. So there are many jumping spots for the knight, and black needs to take care of those things, at least by playing see, rook to e5. Knight d5 is the one spot which is covered, because if you capture here, rook into d5 will be played. Let's suppose you play this, this is also one of, but by playing like this, the thing is that this check is coming, so I don't think so this is a good idea. You cannot really capture here. The queen is being attacked, so queen needs to go somewhere, like maybe queen to a d8, trying to control everything. That is one of the ideas. Queen c5 looks there, but what will you do with queen to c5? Where are you going with queen c5? Are you going to play queen to c8 and put some pressure over here? I don't think so. Black seems to be in a little bit difficult position, man. Rook e5 and knight d5 also, if you play, then also it's good. Or I think like first Vishy Anand will play king to f2 and bring the rook in the game. Maybe on f1 or e1 or d1. One of the squares he will bring his rook. First of all, he will definitely bring the rook before playing his knights. Thank you guys for liking the stream. Okay, this all your encouragement and everything will definitely boost me to stream every single day, because World Cup is there, guys, and I'm going to stream about the World Cup for sure. So you can be assured that I will be there streaming about the World Cup. So feel free to like the stream and also subscribe to my channel if you are new here, because you will be getting good content. I'll be making the videos also. Tomorrow also we will be having some new videos, because today that with this game was really epic, and like in the previous rounds also there were interesting games. So I'll be making a video tomorrow also. So stay tuned with me for the next video, which will be published very soon tomorrow morning. After this stream, I will definitely record one video and I will publish it. Okay, we are here at this situation, rook e5, and we are waiting for Anand's move. Yeah, knight f5 is one thing is stopped. Yeah, queen c5 also, he is stopping that thing only. But even if you stop that thing, I feel like king f2 and then the rook will come in the position. Don't you think so that that is a idea here in this situation, which white will just simply play without any even need to think about this thing. Just bring the rook in the game and then proceed with the game slowly and gradually, because for black to get the rook in the game, it will take some time. Let's suppose if you play king e7, then only you can bring the rook in just one move, something like that. And if you are going to play king g8, king h7, that's not at all a possibility, because this square is already controlled, so that is out of question. Another thing is like he can play bishop to h6, king g7 and bring the rook in the game, which looks like a viable option to me. Yes, we did play epic, but sad for Padmini. Yeah, sad for Padmini. Like she was completely winning, and suddenly that blunder happened in time pressure or something. I don't know exactly, but it was very heartening to see her lose that game. Yes, butterscotch. I will be making with this video for sure. I'll making. Who was your chess coach? Well, my chess coach, first chess coach name is Rajeshwar Budrukkar sir. He was from my own town. He taught me, and after that, I never really had any proper coach, you can say, in my life. But okay, many people helped me in many ways to study chess and all. They were kind of my friends also. Anup Deshmukh sir was also there. He is an international master. He also helped me to study chess at some point. I mean, I attended his camp. Then, okay, means like that. I had friends who helped me to study chess. That's what I can say. But there was no like definite coach as such with me. Now also I work with my friends, but it's very rare. Like I don't get that much time because I'm busy doing so many things. Like I also coach, like I teach, I do YouTube and everything. So life has changed now. But I am still practicing sometimes, and I will be playing very soon. As soon as the COVID situation will be better, I will definitely play in Europe or in USA. I will play. By the end of the year, I will be traveling for sure. So that time I will play. In India, it's not possible right now. In India, it's not possible to play, but in abroad tournaments, I will definitely play. Thanks for I hope that that time you guys will support me. King a2 has been played, guys. King e2 has been played. We were talking about king to f2, but he played king e2. I think guitar advice. Anand sir is listening to you. Guitar, are you like when I don't know when, but I'm not working that much hard because right now I'm focused on other things, and I will definitely be working more hard once everything. Okay, I'm working, but I don't know whether it is hard or what. Nirmal is saying like what? Why Sicilian Dragon is not played at the top level? Kasparov played against Anand in World Championship match 1995. Ah, well, like now it is like it's kind of repeated. That's why people don't play Sicilian Dragon. Means people know how to play against it. You don't get anything from Sicilian Dragon now if White knows his stuff. And basically, Kasparov played against Anand just to surprise Anand because the rhythm should be broken at that time. Vishy Anand was already in great form, so he broke his rhythm. And by playing like this, he even played knight g5 variation, if you remember, and that was not that much cool, but still he managed to win because it was a psychological blow for Vishy Anand. So those kind of moves are played just to disturb or make them like not certain like what is the preparation. Ketan Pandit bishop g6. Oh, black bishop g6 in this situation, seriously. Oh wow, bishop g6, queen into g6 mean queen into d4 is coming. This pawn is a pinned pawn, amazing. But in this position knight d5 will be played. The thing is that this knight is much more better than this bishop, isn't it? This bishop is behind his own pawns and pieces, right? So I'll prefer this position playing with the black white pieces here, because the knight is much more well placed, and now the rook will come in the game somehow here, and I can always come back to d3 square. The end game will be much more better for white any day. Oh, VD versus AD prediction. VD versus AD, like it's very difficult to predict, but according to the stats and everything, we can say like VD should be preferred. And but we never know, like AD can win against anyone. He has already proved himself many times, so it's very difficult to predict, very difficult. But if you ask me like who will I support, then I will support VD for sure. That I can be assured. Like I cannot predict the result, but I can tell you what will be my favorite. My favorite will be VD. Okay, Sharik is saying AD. B3 variation. By the way, I think Adivan played B3 opening against Giri, right? Anish Giri, he played against Anish Giri B3 opening recently in one of the tournament. Yeah, I think like, yeah. And Anish Giri also played B3 in his games, and he scored good. And once he lost also. So like then their banter was going on like how not to play B3. Okay guys, this is what exactly happened on the board also. This is the situation on the board. Knight d5 has been played, and this position I think Vishy Anand is going to win for sure. Yeah, and he beat Anish Giri by playing b3 move, if I am not wrong, right? Guys, I remember like he played b3 against Anish only, and then he won against him, right? He has but he was always dangerous. Vadlamani, if you know that he in Vaikanze, he was among the top 3 players. Like he played f4 and all those crazy stuff he played in the first stage of Vaikanze. He was selected and he was in top 3 players when Carlson was playing, Caruana was playing, Wesley So was playing, all the top players were playing, and he was ranked among top 3. So he is super dangerous player. And in that tournament, I remember like he was playing King's Gambit opening, he was playing very offbeat openings he was playing. Sashi Kiran, these days he was yeah, 10 years back he was there, but now we don't know. Like maybe he is preparing, like he is a very serious guy who prepares all the time. So okay, knight d5, rook h6 is played, asking this queen to go back. I think queen d3 will be played on the board for sure, because here queen into d3 and king into d3 will be played. And then this is a good knight against bad bishop position, I am quite sure. And Vishy Anand will definitely grind down this position. Let's like the stream, guys. Yeah, let's like the thing. Queen c2. Really? You want to play queen? Oh, queen c2 was played in the game. Queen d3 we were expecting. Okay, he wants to keep the queens on the board. He doesn't want to exchange. But what will you do with the knight on d5? Who is going to touch this knight? There is no pawn. There is no bishop. You can just touch the knight with your rook. And that's not going to happen on the board very soon. Right? That's not going to happen on the board very soon. Guys, do like the stream and help us to reach 100 likes. Okay? On this time, we need 100 likes from you. So do support the stream, guys. छोटी सी बात है, just like करना है, बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. Don't be confused about it. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel also. That will be quite great, because we will be having lots of new content. We are already having, you can check it out, about the World Cup. We are already having videos, live streams and everything. So you all are very, very much welcome to come on the channel and enjoy the live streams, plus the videos will be there. And I just want to tell you, I'm going to start opening series. Okay, the opening series which I am going to start will be related to all the openings from e4 side and d4, as well as from black side. I'll be covering lots of openings where I will not teach you about the traps. Okay, I will it's not about teaching, but I will share not the traps exactly. Sometimes only I'll make the traps videos, but the thing is like how to play that opening. Like if let's suppose some Sicilian opening is there, or e4 e5 is there, then what is the basic about that thing, where to place the pieces and what to play in the middle game, the plans of actions and everything. I will be making such videos which will be more useful for you in general. Even if you are playing against a good player or a weak player, it doesn't really matter, because if you are just studying the traps, then the traps might be useful only against a weaker opponent. But what about if you are playing against a strong opponent, or the opponent which is of the same strength? Then those videos will not miss, those opening traps will not be useful for you, right? So that's why I'm going to make a series of videos related to opening, which is more profound and which will be useful for everybody. Well, what's my rating right now? My rating right now is 2037. Means it's like that since last more than 1.5 years because of pandemic. Before that, before the pandemic only, I played 4 tournaments, and unfortunately I was playing very bad, and in those tournaments I lost almost 100 rating. So my highest rating is 2184 and my current rating is 2037. Jitendra, I will be coming up with these videos after the World Cup, because in World Cup I will be busy in going live stream and making the videos related to the what do you call, the games which will be happening. But in this also World Cup, if there is something which is like for example, yesterday Catalan opening, today also Catalan opening, so I'll make one video at least related to Catalan opening. I have already made one video related to Catalan opening, related to Anish Giri's game, like how to play in that. So that will be like next video will be the Catalan opening, but that will be like the second part of it. So I will just share with you one video which I made related to Catalan opening from Anish Giri's game. So like that, if any opening is there, again Catalan opening video only I will be making. So this is related to Catalan opening, do check it out. Miss, I just analyze the game, but next videos will be more related to opening. This is not exactly related to opening, but there is something. Okay, you can check this video also, guys. Okay, after Queen C2 here they are thinking, so there will be yeah, and there is also a series, the series is there. Thank you Nirmal, thank you Nirmal. And there are already many videos on my channel. You can go through the playlist, like for really strong players there is a series built up, like mastering the middle game series is there. And also I have still learning chess with Atul Dahale. These are like the series of videos which I have made, which are live streams also, where I have shared a lot of content related to the end game. And but I have never really made a series of opening things, so now it will be opening, because I have made in learning chess with Atul Dahale, it was related to end game first 11 days, and next 8 days it was related to middle game, and then mastering the middle game was related to the middle game. Now I'm going to do the opening ones. How you prepare yourself? Well, these days I'm not preparing that much, but whenever I prepare these days, I try to study classical games and the games of my opening these days, because these days I am a little bit busy in other things. I'm just being very truthful with you, because I can say anything like, okay, I do this and that, but now I'm not doing that many things. Okay, Kramnik is in time pressure, man. Why is he thinking so much? I think he is just thinking like how to defend in this situation. Please tell some chess opening which has less theory. From white side or black side, Nirmal? From white side or black side, you need any opening which has less theory. Guys, whoever new is there, don't forget to like the stream, okay? Even if you are going here and there, because we will be having regular content. So guys, who are there in the chat, you also guys, please do help me. Encourage people to support the channel, okay? Both sides. From white side, nowadays everything is theory, you know. Maybe you can think of kings in an attack from maybe the, yeah, kings in an attack is the one where there is less theory. And also if in d4 you can even think about London system, there is very less theory. Cole system, because these are the systems, these are not the opening moves, right? These are the systems, so you can think about it. Okay, queen h4 was played by Kramnik here in this situation, guys. Play the systems, not the openings, then the theory is less. Just try to find out the systems. London system is there, Reti system is there, Kohli system is there. What is Yusupo series? Yusupo series is for everybody, no? Means you will definitely get till 2022 100 rating or 2000 rating from that series. It's a great series. If you really complete it, then definitely you will cross 2000 rating or maybe more than that. I guess so. Okay, Queen H4 has been played here on the board, guys. Kramnik plays this Queen to H4 move. He's just trying to stick around. Still, I feel like these two pieces, they might be feeling something bad in this situation. Where will you put them? Now, are you going to put this rook on F1 square? Just trying to put some more pressure over here. This is a possibility which we cannot really deny in this situation, right? King b6 d7. What king e8 d7 are you talking, or what? Where are you talking about the king? King should go somewhere, right? I think Anand is going to bring the rook in the game somehow. Rook c f1. Why this rook? Why not this rook? What is this rook going to do on h1? Why this rook? Can you please explain, Ketan? Why this rook on c1? Why not rook on h1 in the game? Because you have already played this rook, no? I will prefer to bring the rook on h1 in the game. Means I don't see any reason why not to bring the rook on h1 in the game. Anybody will try to bring the rook somewhere, right? And if you are going to put it on the f file, then h rook will be preferred in this situation. Okay, Nirmal is saying like I have marked Dorothy's endgame manual, but it is very difficult to understand. Please suggest some books on endgame. Well, for the endgames, I already suggested this thing, that Silman's complete endgame course. There is an author called as Jeremy Silman. Jeremy Silman. His books are very interesting, and also 100 endgames you must know. 100 endgames you must know. These are the two books I'll suggest. Which books have you read so far? Well, I have read the classical books. These books which I'm talking about these endgames, I have read Jeremy Silman, and then 100 endgames and Dorosky endgame manual. Then I have read the Dorosky endgame manual plus Yusupo series also quite a bit. And okay, wow, they have some moves here. Rook c f1 was played in the board, and then g4 was played. Oh, Ketan Pandit, you are talking about the move which Anand played. I thought like you wanted to play. Okay, I'll just refresh once again. And guys, if you want to learn endgames, no, my playlist is there, which is learning chess with Atul Dahale. That series is there. Basics chess endgame series is there. I have covered many endgames in that series, many endgame. Like you can check out learning chess with Atul Dahale series in my channel. There are plenty of endgames. Like pawn endgames are on every day. I have covered some endgames, pawn endgame, knight endgame, rook endgame. So you can check that out. Amol is saying like, maybe the idea for moving the c1 rook is to go king d to c1. Okay, you want to get your king to the other side of the board. That's your idea. But why will you move the king like that? The king is kind of safe here in this situation. No issues with the king. He wants to go g3 and g2. You mean to say queen g3? You want to say queen g3 and queen into g2 is the planning. g4, knight f4, f5. Okay. This time he did not play this time. We are still on the g4 move only. You are saying like suggesting like f4, knight f4 and f5. This is what you are suggesting. Rook f4 is suggested here. Okay, by Vadlamani. Subramaniam Vadlamali is suggesting this thing. If rook a f1. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Rook a f1, knight f4. Okay, okay, fine. Maybe g4 was the threat, and then oh yeah, you want to capture here, here. Then you will not have the any support on h3 square. That's also one of the thing. Correct, correct, correct. Guys, if you are new here, like, do support the channel, subscribe to the channel, and like the stream also, because our target today is to have the milestone of reaching 100. Help us to reach 100 milestone. Okay, we are very close. If each and one of you helps us to reach there, so we will definitely reach. Okay, g4. After g4, Anand is the one who is thinking, because this is a critical situation. You can start with this video. Which video have you shared? Let me check. Yeah, basic chess and games, key squares. Yeah, yeah, this is a very interesting video. For the people who really want to know, this is a good one. Rook f5 is also appear to be good option. Yeah, rook f5 is there. You want to exchange the rooks, then it's a good idea. Let's suppose we play this thing, then what will happen? Should we just exchange? Exchanging is a bad blunder, right? You are exchanging and this check is coming, so black will definitely not exchange. So he might play g into h3. Now we have rook into h3 attacking the queen, but there is a check, so this will be lost. So that's not something which we will be playing. At g3, at gh3, gh3 will be played. And now what? The position is getting exposed now. The king suddenly, white's king is exposed. Suddenly it feels like a dangerous position for white, not black. But okay, there is only one piece which is going to attack the king. There is only one piece which is going to attack the king. There is no other piece. G4. Oh, Ketan is talking about king to g8. When are you talking about king g8? Right now in this situation or any other position? Ketan, can you please tell me which position you are talking about king g8? Rook g6. Okay, in that situation you are talking about rook to g6. Yeah, rook g6 is a possibility, but okay. You want to come to this square, right? You want to give the check and you want to win the queen. That's your thing over here. Apart from that, there is nothing. But there is knight f4 move, because the idea of knight f4 is like the moment you will move your rook anywhere, I'll capture on e5, you capture there, and knight g6 check, and your queen will be lost. So you have to give up your rook for the knight. And then let's suppose you play rook to h6, I'll capture here, whatever capture, knight g6 you have to capture, and then queen into g6, and then white is exchange up, plus there is no check. This bishop is still dead in the position, and white should be winning in that case. Rook king g8 main game. Okay, g4 and king g8 you are talking about here, playing king g8. Okay, g4 has been played, right? There is no other move. King g8, where are you talking? This is the current position on the board. G4, you cannot really play king g8. He already played this move. Or are you talking about like rook f5 first play and then play king g8 in that case? Yeah, miss, g4 is still on the board. There is no other move which is there on the board. Guys, I need to take a little bit short break. I will come back. Before I come back, I hope that we will have 64 likes, because that is the chessboard. We will miss number of squares we will complete. I'll come back in 1 minute. Okay, we will go through the, because now the time is getting low, so I need to be there till the end. So I'll just come back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm back. For just thanks for staying there with me. Okay, Rook F4 will come for sure. Okay, according to guitar advice, Rook F4 is going to come. Okay, guitar advice, I have a question for you. I have one guitar, so where can I learn the guitar? Can you give me the advice? Free of cost. Yeah, can you like share or some name for the guitar YouTube channel or something like that? Can you please tell me where I can learn the basics? If you have that advice, then I will be more than happy to follow it. Okay. Oh, Rook F2 is played on the board, guys. Rook F4 was suggested, but he played Rook to F2 in this board, on this position. Maybe just controlling the G2 square, nothing else. Because if we capture, then in that case, we can capture, and then the Rook will be having some play on this. Miss this Rook on F2 will come to G2 square, and this Rook on H1 will come to G1 square. And they will do something here on the G file for sure. I think black will not be able to capture here. If you capture here, Rook G1, Rook G2 is going to come on the board, and this will be a very disastrous position for him. So I think after Rook F2, black needs to figure out what to do. Still, I am confused about Rook on H6. This looks a little bit wrongly placed or a little bit badly placed Rook here. Queen G3. Oh, you want to play Queen G3? Okay, he played King G8, guys. He played King to G8. Where is he going with the King G8? I think he is going to play Bishop F8. That is one of the ideas. King G7. But what? What after that? Knight F4. Yeah, Knight F4 is also there. Black should try to improve his bad bishop slowly via H6 or by pushing F5. That's the thing, no? If the moment you try to play F5, the F5 pawn is going to fall, so you cannot really push. And one more thing is there, Amol, that this rook can always join on the F file. So your F5 is the moment you push the pawn, then it is going to be difficult. And even now also, you can see the F6 pawn is being protected by 3 pieces. That's why he is holding on to it. So I think F5 is not a good idea. Maybe H6 rook, he will try to come on the G6 square at some point, but that's also covered by the queen. So it's a difficult situation, like how he is going to bring the pieces on the board. That's a difficult question. Follow my lectures for basics. Okay. I'll definitely check out your channel. I'll check out your channel for sure. Okay. King G8. I am also thinking now what to do. What's wrong with Knight F4? In this situation, Knight F4 you want to play? There is nothing wrong with Knight F4. I don't think so there is anything wrong. But what are you going to do with the knight? You don't have any future, no? That's the one thing I feel like. Why not bring the rook at some point? Because right now he's not bringing the rook because he needs to support the pawn on h3. Because whenever black is going to play g into h3, he's going to play g into h3. So that's why he's keeping the rook there. So playing knight f4, maybe you want to support the pawn on h3 and free up the rook. That might be one of the possibilities. That might be one of the possibilities. Yeah, you want to attack the d6 pawn, right? Yeah. Yeah, that is a possibility in the game, surely. Queen d3, Ketan is talking about queen to d3. Well, yeah, queen d3 is a possibility, definitely. Okay, we are waiting, but there will not be too much wait. The position will be getting normal very soon. But I like the way he played. Okay, means initially when this was the situation, no, Anand is very clever. Like, he exchanged the knights in his opponent's camp. Like, that was something which is very clever from Anand, I will say. And he even offered this bishop d3. Means in just 2 or 3 moves he exchanged the bishops. He saw that the end game which is going to happen, or the position which is going to happen on the board, will be preferable for the knights. Amazing player, man, amazing player. Like, he understands so well. Like, okay, this bishop g6 was, I don't know, like he thought like maybe he'll get some play because the queen was also not there in the game, so that's why he went for that thing. But this good knight against the bad bishop position is something which is difficult. Okay, king g8, rook f2, rook f5 is played by Anandi over here. Okay, what if he captures on h3 square here in this situation? G into h3 is one of the ideas. Okay, Amol is saying yes, which is why I feel like black needs to slowly improve those pieces. The tactics are not working out right now, but the black should aim for this long term. Yeah, maybe that's one of the thing. And yes, favored knights over bishop. Yeah, he favored knight, but as I said earlier also, Amol, he was mainly like playing according to the situation. This position is closed, that's why knight is working well. One more thing is there which is very important when it's there, that the pawn structure, in this pawn structure this bishop is useless, but the knight is very much more effective in the situation. So that's why he is like exchange the bishops. That was a very clever idea from his side, like which pieces to keep on the board and which pieces to exchange from the board. There is a lot to learn from this game, because he's playing such a smooth game. He's not doing anything big in the position, not sacrifices, nothing. He's just playing smooth chess. Like, you can see, like in last few moves also, he played knight d4, he exchanged the pieces, and he brought the queen in the game. This rook was not doing that great job, so he played rook to here, because he anticipated that black is going to play g4. In that situation, the h3 pawn should be protected. So amazing stuff. Like, the understanding related to chess is such high. Queen g3 is played, by the way, on the board. And here Kramnik is playing quite fast because he has only 3 minutes on the clock. He needs to play fast. Now g2 pawn is being attacked. What to do about the g2 pawn? That's the question. We can come back with rook f2. That is one of the thing. Rook g1 is out of question because of g into h3 is there. And king f1 is the last option, which is also there on the board. So 2-3 options are there from white side. Let's see what he is going to play in this situation. Hello Bikram. And guys, thank you very much for making it 64 plus likes. At least we have covered one chessboard. That's what I said, and we are inching towards 100 likes very soon. Only 35 more to go, and if you guys support the stream, then definitely we will reach to 100 likes very soon. So thanks जितने लोगों ने भी like किया है, thank you very much. King f4, rook f4. What are you saying? Knight to f4. Knight f4. If you play, then e3 pawn is hanging. No, the rook as well as the queen are attacking on e3. You cannot really play the knight f4. Badla meaning. I hope you got that thing. Knight cannot be played here. The moment you push the knight. What about queen g3 here? Queen g3 is already played on the board. No. Queen g3 is already. Oh, king f1 is played by Anand here. King f1. He played this thing. No, it's okay. Blunders keep on happening from everybody, so no need to feel bad about the blunders. It happens. because we are focused on certain thing, and we are just focused, like you were like just trying to defend the g2 pawn, but we forgot that the e3 pawn is hanging, because until now the queen was not attacking the pawn. So we felt like the king was here on e3, it is supporting, but the pressure has increased on e3 now. So that's the thing, like, okay, king f1 has been played by Anand. He is saying like, okay, I'm not going to do anything. If you are going to capture on h3, I'll capture it back. This rook is controlling everything here on this side of the board, and it should be fine. Now maybe he will play h into g3, h into g3, and rook into h6, because if you capture here, the knight into h6 is coming, knight into f6 and rook into f6 is also coming. If Padmini can blunder, I am nothing. Yeah, that's what, like, everybody blunders, that's what I am saying. Anybody can blunder, so no need to feel bad about this thing. King h8, come on. He's saying like, okay, I'm going to wait in this situation. You do whatever you want to do in this situation. I'm just going to wait in this situation. Kramnik is like a great person. He's saving on to his time. Like, he's having only 2 minutes on the board, and he's saying like, okay, well, do whatever you want to do. I'm just going to wait on in this position. That's an interesting thing. At g4, queen f2. Okay, queen f2 has been played on the board by Vishy here. What's going to happen after queen to f2? I'm thinking now. Is he going to exchange the queens? I think it's forced. No, queen cannot really go anywhere. He will exchange. Rook have to capture, because rook on in rook into f5 was the threat. So rook needs to capture. Now what? G into h3, rook into h3, and this rook might come here. This is going to be a long thing. Like, rook into f2 is there on the board, guys. Rook into f2 is there on the board. And they are thinking, guys, do like the stream if you are new here. Okay, we want to reach 100 people. We want to reach 100 people by the end of the World Cup. So keep supporting the channel. I mean, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel also. Okay, so here Vishy Anand is playing. Oh my god, f5 has been played here on the board. Okay, I will just comment about the moves, because the thing is that it's very less time now. We cannot really move the pieces now. Anand's king looks more centralized in the endgame now that queens are extended. That's what and this is very important. Like, in the end game, king becomes the most active piece on the board, and you have to do. But finally you can see like f5 move has been played, so bishop can come in the game anytime. But it's like that you are hitting in the thin air. Like, bishop is not having any targets on the board. Most of the pawns on are on the light square. The knight is also on the light square, and the thing is like, king e2 is played. The king might be going to d3 square, and then he will bring the rook in the game. Now f5 pawn will be attacked for sure. And how is he going to defend the pawn on f5 is a question now, big question. Like, what he is going to do, because rook f6 is not a possibility, because knight will just capture the rook. That's not there. So f5 pawn is going to fall for sure. So black needs to do something in this situation. Black should sit on e5, but bishop, see Amol, the thing is like, bishop, if it comes on the e5 square, the f5 pawn will be falling very soon. Queen f2, I was thinking. Where queen f2? Queen f2, I don't think so. Queen f2, you are like way too behind, I think, Peter. Okay, b5 has been played. Kramnik is trying to get some play in the situation, so he is trying to get something in this position. So we have 2-3 options. We cannot really capture, means white cannot really capture on b5, because in that case the knight will be hanging. We can play king d3, or we can think about bringing the rook in the game and attack the pawn on yeah, he brought the rook in the game. He's attacking the pawn on c4, f5. That's what we were thinking. Now what he will do, he is definitely going to get the pawn, or is he not? Okay, he will capture here for sure. B into c4, b into c4 will be played. Yeah, but it is definitely better for white for sure. It's definitely better for white. And the main thing is like Kramnik is having very low time, and like Vishy is having quite a lot of time. 10 minutes are there. He is keeping up the like pressure on the board. Yeah. Vishy is going to win better scotch. Vishy is going to win. B to c4, and now what to do? Now king e2. Okay, guitar. I think you are very too much behind in the. You need to refresh your page, guys. Refresh your page to get on the refresh your page. Okay, you are quite behind, I guess so. So please refresh. That will be much more better. Rook e4, king d3. The pawn on c4 was hanging. He supports the pawn on c4. Now the moves are going to get a little bit more faster. The pawn on f5 is going to fall. The moment the pawn on f5 will fall, the knight, whenever it moves, the a5 pawn is also going to be a very big pawn. So maybe he will play a4 at some point. He captured here g into h3 for sure. G into h3 for sure, and then rook into f5 is going to happen. Then he might play a4. The a5 pawn will be under attack whenever the knight moves in this situation, and the h5 pawn is also very badly placed. The rook, finally it might come in the game, but what that rook is going to do, like here, like even if you play rook g6, rook g3, okay, in that case the pawn on h5 will be falling. So Anand is completely winning. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Anand is completely winning in this position. No doubt about that thing, guys. No doubt about that thing. So Vishy Anand OP should be there. Maybe after some time he might resign. He might just resign because he is low on time. He is everything. He's going down. He's going down. Anand OP should be there in the chat, guys. Do support it. Today's day is a great day for us. Like rook h4. Wow, he is going for this pawn on h3 square. I don't think so Anand is going to give up the pawn. He will just simply play this move because this pawn can be captured with knight e7, knight f5 also. This is also one of the possibilities on the board here. So maybe he will just wait for a while and then he will capture the pawn on f5. Rook to h4 has been played. The pawn on h3 is a weakness. What is he going to do? Okay, knight f4 he played. He supported the pawn here, and the pity is like this rook is trapped here. But maybe the bishop, which was not doing that great job, it can come in the game and it can attack the knight over here. If the rooks are like bishop and knight are exchanged in this situation, then this rook can come on the h3 square. It can capture the pawn, and then oh, this is getting tense now. This is getting tense. And the thing is that Vishy is going to win this match. So I have a question, like whether there will be a fourth match or not. That is a big question in front of us, whether it is going to happen or not, because the fourth match is not even needed in that case if Vishy Anand wins this thing, because they were supposed to play 4 games against each other. First game Vishy has already won, the second game was drawn, and the fourth game Vishy is already in a much more better position. But as they say that nothing is really sure, like until the end, what is going to happen, what is not happen. Like we need to just hope that Vishy will play some amazing technique here and he will win the game. And okay, they are in time pressure. He is trying to play much more faster here in this situation. Maybe it will take some time, but definitely he will try to win. Bishop e5 has been played on the board, and now like bishop into f4 is the threat, followed by rook into h3 is there on the board. What's going to happen? Bishop black, and Kramnik is losing. Is the right chess term game instead of a match? Match seems to indicate a series of games. Yeah, match is game 3. Yeah, match 3. No, game 3. I should have written game 3, right? Yeah, I will change it. I will change the thing. Match is a series of games. You're right about that thing. But this is no castling match. No, this is no castling match only. Like this is a series of games. So this is the match. But in the like title, I have written match 3. That should be game 3. Oh, rook f3, he played this thing. Now this rook will be completely dead if he manages to play like this. But okay, black also has some of the ideas. The rook can come in the game somehow if this rook comes in the game. Oh my god, what's going to happen? I don't think so like any normal human being will capture on the knight on f4, because if you capture not there, sorry, into f4, this rook looks completely dead. But how will you bring that rook in the game? Only 1 or 2, what is the chance? I don't know. Okay, we need to wait for it then. How is Vishy winning? Well, it seems to be a difficult position now. Maybe knight f4 was not called for. He should have just captured the pawn on f5, and he should have gone for the checks and everything on this side of the board. That was something which we were expecting, but he tried to defend the pawn with knight, and then he is not able to capture the pawn on f5. Maybe earlier he should have captured the pawn on f5. That was main thing which we were expecting, but oh my god. Kramnik is having almost 0 time. What's going to happen? Whenever this time pressure is there, now the moves don't come very fast on the server, and then it seems like the time is over. It increases the heartbeat. I don't know what will happen when I will be playing some games, and if somebody from my family is watching my game, and if my time is 0, they will be scared in that situation. It will be scary situation. So I think like the time should be real time. It should be real time. It should be there. So time must be added now. Yeah, it should be added maybe after some time, like 40 moves are done. Maybe that's why they are thinking like, yeah, time should be added here. And guys, if the time is going to be added here, transition is there. So guys, tell me one thing, like what are you learning from this game? Like there are many things which are happening in this game, and it's such a amazing game which is being played by 2 legends here, like Kramnik as well as Vishy Anand, living legends you can say, right? So one more thing I would like to request you guys, whoever new is here, because I was talking about the game, I did not talk about this thing. Whoever new is there, like tell me, are you enjoying the commentary which is happening on my channel here? What are the things which we can improve, because we are fairly a new channel, so your advice will be interesting, like what you would like to see on the channel. Please let me know in the comment section, the chat section. If you look at any video also on my channel, if you like something, if you don't like something, be a little bit more active, type down the things and let me know. I will be more than happy to know about the things which you are liking, which you are not liking. You can do hashtag suggestion also, okay? You can do hashtag suggestion, and then I will definitely get it. I like your patient or patience. Atul Saropi. He will have to capture knight or he will lose the thing. Okay, Atul sir, if you would be nice to share some chess anecdotes for slow games with longer time controls. Well, I will say one thing, that for longer time control, you need to develop patience. A lot of patience is needed. A lot of patience. That is the one thing I will tell you. And the patience to calculate the variations, patience to slow down the things, because in longer duration, you have to slow down the things. The more you play fast, more you are going to make mistakes, because your opponent is going to utilize the time properly, and then it will be difficult if he spots any flaw in your calculation. So you have to be very, very patient. Butterscotch is saying like, yes, I would like to watch more videos about current strong players. Definitely Butterscotch will be having more videos also. So guys, Sharik is saying I will, okay, fine. Rook h7, maybe he will try to take open file. Yeah, maybe he will try to bring the rook in the game. I would also like to also know about your experiences playing tournaments in different countries. Yeah, definitely. I'll make some video about that. I'll make some video about my tournaments in Malaysia. Then I have played in Italy, then Spain. In Spain also I played in different locations. So definitely I will try to make some video. Yeah, Bikram, Abdul, yeah, that's a video. I already mentioned about that thing, opening series video, like opening series ka video series, like opening ka video series, whatever it is, I'm going to make after this World Cup. So you have to wait for a while about that thing. And before that, if there is any relevant game or something related to that particular opening or something, I will definitely like to do it. Like for tomorrow, I am telling you now only, I'm going to make a video related to Catalan opening. So because there are many games which are happening related to Catalan opening, I have already made one video which you can check, like it was related to what do you call, who was there in the Catalan. Anish Giri's video was there on Catalan, so I have made that video. So it will be like the second chapter of that Anish Giri's same video, but with some new inputs in it. So you can check that out. I'll even share that video which I have already made about the Catalan opening. Yeah, so this is the first video I have made about the Catalan. You can check it out. Okay, this one. So second video will be tomorrow's morning. I will be making that video. So guys, they have played the move bishop f4, ef4, and then rook e6 is played on the board. Maybe this rook is going to play on e4 and the pawn on f4 will be attacked. And how white is going to make the progress in that situation, it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky, guys. It's a bit tricky. So let's see what is going to happen on the board. Their 30 minutes are increased in this situation. So let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. This can be hold for Kramnik. Yeah, it can be. Why Anand is not playing World Cup? Well, means he has already played many tournaments, no? So maybe it's his decision. He is tired of doing all those things. Now he is enjoying a different life. He's already 5 times world champion, no? So why it is necessary for him to play? It's his choice. It's a very long format and everything, so that's why maybe that's also one of the reason. Guys, we are very short, very close to reaching 100 likes, 70 likes, 71 likes to ho hi gaye. So do subscribe and do like the channel, guys. Miss channel nahi, stream, guys. Okay. What do you think like will be the prediction? Okay guys, one more thing, like we will have extra game. Yeah, 30 minutes extra. Now it will go long. Yeah. So guys, what is your prediction? Can you please let me know in the prediction? Who do you think like will win now? Prediction. Okay, we will have one poll now. We will have one poll. Let's have a poll, like who will win, Anand or Vishy? Who will win? What will be the result? Okay, I will draw is also there possible, no? So I'll write down what will be the result. That's our poll, and let's check it out. Draw, win for Vishy wins, and we will write down Kramnik wins. Okay, let's do this poll. Anand sir gave the chance to the other good player. Yeah, that's there. Draw you. Okay, Mahi is saying draw. Sharik is saying win. Okay, Ketan is saying now it can be draw. Yeah, it can be a draw, but we never know. Like the end games, this rook is still stuck on the h4 square. Guys, we should not be too much concerned about the bar. Okay, I'm telling you this thing very like honestly, like bar is a very difficult thing. Like you cannot really rely on it. When human beings are playing, the mistakes happen all the time. Anything can happen anytime. Because look at this rook on h4. Like it looks very sad there. So white needs to get something in this situation. If he manages to get something, if this rook takes more time to come in the game, and in that meantime, if white gets any pawn, and if the rooks are exchanged in that situation, then white might win the game. We never know, right? This is something which might happen on the board. This is something which might happen on the board. Yeah, there are 4 pawns on board, like 4 island you can say, but it's all about rook activity. This rook is not active. If white manages to get the rook into the active position, then it will be good position. Otherwise it will be bad. Okay, he seriously he played he played rook e5, guys. He played rook e5. He is putting the rook just next to the pawn, but the thing is that you cannot capture the pawn here because there is a pin. What a move. It feels really what is happening to my eye. I'm feeling like laughing also, and my eye is like, oh, rook e5. In this position, Magnus can win. Okay, Anand can also win. Why can't Anand win in this situation? He can definitely win for sure. And king activity 2 is matter. Yeah, king activity is there. Definitely the king is kind of active in this situation. That's completely true, guys. That's completely true. What about rook e3 here? Okay, you want to play rook to e3, but I'll just capture here, and h3 pawn will fall. No, in that case. So I don't think so Anand is in any mood to give up the pawn on h3. Maybe he needs to target the d6 pawn somehow. But the point is, like, you cannot leave the rook. If you play rook to b1, then this check will come. No, but in that also we are going to capture the pawn on d6. Like, I was thinking that maybe we can just play this move, but after capture, d6 pawn should be captured, but for that we need to support the c4 pawn. We have one idea. We can give this check, but king is coming up, so that's also not good. Maybe rook c1, and then if this is played, we can capture the pawn. Yeah, now rook into h3, and then we can start pushing the pawn in that case. So the pawn's activity is the case. So rook e5 is played on the board, so maybe we don't know how he is going to capture the pawn on d6. One idea is there, just play rook here and attack the pawn with king c3. I think even if Vishy win, they will play, because it's just for promotional event. Yeah, definitely he will definitely pay. Means 4 games will be played, because what's the point of doing all these things, right? They will definitely play. Rook d1, Ketan Pandit is talking about rook d1. Ketan Pandit always comes up with the computer move. Okay, now the predictions are there. Like Vishy wins and Kramnik is 42. 12 people have already voted for this thing. Okay, guys, I'll keep the poll. I'll end the poll now. Like, share, comment. Yes, guys, Anand should play World Cup. Unemployed wants Anand to play something. Wow. But I don't understand. Like, whenever I talk about unemployed something, like, it feels very funny. Means unemployed wants to do something. Obviously he wants to do something, but how did you come up with this name, right? Like unemployed, like why? Berozgar. Hindi zyada acha lagta tha na. I always try to find out some funny names, but I think your funny name is maybe your reality. We never know. Or maybe you have put up that name just to make fun of someone. We never know. Like, on internet, anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen. We don't know the behind the scene story, or like what is the story behind the name. Like Apna Mahi Aayega, this is the name he has put because he is a big fan of MS Dhoni. That's what he told me. But the names like unemployed or guitar advice, I think I can understand. Guitar advice is for the people who wants to learn guitar. Maybe that is his channel. But what about unemployed? Can you please reveal that thing? What is the secret behind that name? Or miss, I know like some of the streamers, they put some name and they tell that okay, they will reveal the story behind the name after reaching 1 million subscriber or something. So अगर ऐसा कुछ होगा तो मत बताना भाई. Okay, rookie 5. He's still thinking here in this situation. Rook g1 coming on g6 and then capturing on d6. He's going to utilize all the time, I think. Apna Mahi Aayega I kept because I want to see Dhoni fire again in IPL. Oh, really? Maybe. Means I don't know whether he will. Yeah, he is still playing IPL, right? Means I have not watched any IPL match since many years. मतलब मुझे याद भी नहीं मैंने लास्ट टाइम लाइक आई थिंक आई वॉच्ड आईपीएल ओनली इन फर्स्ट ईयर और सेकंड ईयर मीन्स व्हेन इट स्टार्टेड. अभी 10 साल तो हो गए आईपीएल खेल के. आई एम ऑल्सो चेस कोच एंड गिटार प्लेयर. क्या बात है, चेस कोच. व्हाट्स योर नेम? व्हाट्स योर नेम? लेट मी नो योर नेम. No, I don't follow cricket. I used to follow cricket when I was kid. No, I don't at all watch TV only. I don't have TV in my house. I don't watch cricket anywhere. I don't even watch any clips. No cricket in my life. Because when I was a kid, I used to play cricket a lot. A lot means a lot. Means I will tell you one thing. Like when I was like in 10th, my board exam was there. Even on the exam days, I used to play cricket. I was such a crazy boy for cricket. But then things happened. I started playing chess and then cricket took backseat. Okay, Rook G1 he has played. And then I stopped because I was always involved in chess. I found it like more fun to play chess and to go to the tournaments, and like rather than just looking at the players to watch, I felt like okay, I can play some game and where I am playing some good level chess and something like that. I was playing in state, national and all those tournaments, so it was more fun for me. So cricket I stopped somehow. Now my life is very happy. Which outdoor game you play most? Outdoor game in my life, I have played only cricket the most, and another game which I have played is nowadays I don't play anything. I just exercise, that I can assure. Like boxing, I do. This I do miss. I like for the exercise I'm talking about. And other sports which I have played is Kho. I don't know whether you know about Kho or not, but I have played Kho for 3 years in my school, and I was there in my school's team also. So Kho and cricket I have played a lot in my childhood, and after 10th I started playing chess most of the time, and ever since I'm just playing chess, you can say. Rajat Malik. Oh, nice. Good to know. Oh, you played Kho. Kho was fun. Like Kho was fun. We used to play Kho a lot, and like I'm from a very small place, so here many like Indian style games are there. Like I was trying for kabaddi also, but they used to just pick me up. I was very thin at that time. Means I was like 40 kg something like that. So they discarded me. Like they said like no use. So then I started playing Kho because I was very fast in running. So that's how I got into Kho. And then cricket was always there. Everybody plays cricket in India. At least like you can say like 15 years back cricket was like everybody used to play. अभी ज़्यादा करके बच्चे मोबाइल गेम्स वगैरह खेलते हैं, बट 15 साल पहले मोबाइल गेम वगैरह कुछ था ही नहीं ना. So like I used to means my 10th was like 15 years back. 2005 I did my 10th. Yeah. So that time I used to just play outdoor games. I never played any indoor game. I did not have any computer. I did not have any mobile. मतलब दोस्तों के भी बुलाना है तो landline was there. So we always knew all the phone numbers, everything, landline. So it was fun. Different fun was there. Oh, Naval Kedar wants to solve puzzles. Well, Naval, I am streaming since 5:30. It's almost 11:30 now. I'm streaming since last 5 hours. अभी ये stream को कितना time हुआ है? 2 hours 40 minutes for this stream, and the previous stream was also like that only. So I'm streaming a lot today. Yeah, I have played those things also. Gilli Danda I have played. Bora, no, I did not play Bora that much. Like I still sometimes try it. I have Bora in my place, but I don't try it. Tell something about your starting memory of playing chess. Arey, my memory, yesterday only somebody asked me, no, so I talked about this thing. Like I started playing chess just because I used to go for one tuition in my 7th class, and that was not for chess, like it was for maths, because I was not that good at maths and other things. So maths and English I used to go, and the kids used to play chess that time. And my first coach, who was also a maths teacher and he used to play against all of them. So it was like a club kind of a thing. Like they used to just come there and play. Everybody used to come. So like that, I just by looking at them, I started playing chess. For 1 year, I just looked at them. It happened in 6th. Yeah, I was in 7th. So by the end of the 7th standard, I was like, I knew how to play chess and everything. Basics मुझे सब आता था. And then I played my tournament also quite early. So before 7th only, I think, yeah, 6th only I played my first tournament, and then I was playing the tournaments and all everything. Where are you from? I'm from Parbhani. Do you know Parbhani? Anybody knows Parbhani? I stay in Parbhani, district place in Maharashtra. That's where I belong. Well, my first tournament was in school, but my first tournament I played in 2003, Saharanpur International. सहारनपुर इंटरनेशनल आई प्लेड. सहारनपुर आपने से किसी बहुत से लोगों को पता होगा. इन नॉर्थ पीपल नो अबाउट सहारनपुर. एंड माय फर्स्ट अपोनेंट वाज अ ग्रैंड मास्टर अलेक्जेंडर फोमिनी. सहारनपुर इंटरनेशनल 2003. इट हैपेंड इन द मंथ ऑफ सितंबर, आई थिंक. Oh, Kamlesh Trivedi, my first game 1984. On the way Dehradun. Yeah, it was like that. But I was very like a kid that time, no, so I did not know like Dehradun. But on the way, I can say like I visited Taj Mahal and Delhi for the first time in my life. That time I was in 8th standard. In 2003, I was in 8th standard. So I played my first rating tournament in 2003, Saharanpur International, and first opponent was Russian Grandmaster. So it was kind of an interesting tournament. And that tournament, Konuru Hampi, you guys know, Konuru Hampi won that tournament. And how many of you know about old players might be knowing about the Himanshu Sharma? Abhi wo grandmaster hai. Do you know Himanshu Sharma by any chance? Anybody knows? Guys, अभी मेरा रेटिंग क्या है क्या नहीं, I will just send you my profile. अतुल डाले का फिर प्रोफाइल देखो आप. If you search my name on Google, you will come to know about me. Just search my name, Atul Dahale. Search तो करो मेरे बारे में. You will get to know many things about me. Still for your record, Jagat Dharmani Bhartat Parvani. Yes, for your record, this is my Fide profile. Check it out. Atul Dahale is my name, man. Okay, they are thinking for a long time now. King h7 has been played on the board, and ever since that, they are just thinking. I think Anand needs to find out the plan here in this situation to win the game. Guys, we are very close for reaching 100, right? Anybody new here on the stream, please do like the stream and subscribe to the channel, guys, because आज हमने बहुत मेहनत किया है. Our stream needs at least 100 likes, right? We deserve that much. Arabi nahi, I wanted to ask, when you played Grandmaster, what was your rating? Arey, my rating when I played the Grandmaster, I was unrated. मैं डायरेक्ट इंटरनेशनल टूर्नामेंट ही खेला था. पहला टूर्नामेंट ही मेरा इंटरनेशनल था. I played when I was an like unrated player. I played in international tournament in Saharanpur, and my first opponent was Alexander Fomini. Thanks unemployed. Thank you very much. लड़की का चक्कर बाबू भाई, लड़की का चक्कर. Miss, that's what your name is all about. You're saying like your girlfriend or some girl made you unemployed. Sir, still have IM or GM plan? Yes, I have. I used to play chess long back and left chess for 6 years. Ah, okay. Sharik, thank you very much. FI means Fide Instructor. FI means Fide Instructor. Fide Instructor means I am a certified chess coach by International Chess Federation, and you get that title when your rating is about 2000, and you need to give some exams related to it to be a certified chess coach. So my rating is about 2000 rating, and I have given the exam. I have passed in that exam, so I got that Fide Instructor title. Did you beat any GM in that? No, I was a beginner. No, I was just a beginner at that time. Means not a beginner, okay, but I was unrated at that time, so I did not. But I can tell you, my first tournament, the tournament where I got my rating, I played against Vidit Gujarati. Vidit Gujarati was just 11 years old at that time, and I was what, 15, 16 years old. Vidit was 10, I think, 10 or 11. I am 5 years elder to Vidit. So I played against Vidit when I got the rating, but I lost against Vidit and other player. Baki ke games I won. So in 9 games I scored 4.5 points against rated players, and then I got 2000 plus rating. Yeah, I know Prasenjit Datta sir. Yeah, I know. He also knows me. He is in Delhi. No, I have met him many times. NK Mishra sir. Yeah. Neeraj Kumar Mishra. No, you're talking about Neeraj Kumar Mishra. NK Mishra means. Yeah, I know all the old players, guys. Like you ask me any old player or something, I know them. I know, because I have played since many years. Like I'm into chess field since, you can say, 2003. So how many years? 18 years I'm in chess field. So obviously I know about many players in India. And I am not just a player who is a player. Like I have really played tournaments like all over the India, and in abroad also I have played many tournaments, so I know many players. Okay, good. So it means that you are from Delhi. It means that you are from Delhi. So guys, यहाँ पे king d5 भी हो गया है. King h7, rook d1, rook e4, and king d5 has been played on the board. Is there any fi in Vasai? Vasai, I don't know. FI, I don't know. But in Vasai area, one of my friend who is 1400 or 1500 rated, his name is Abhishek Thomre. He stays in Vasai, I think, Virar, Vasai area. And Virar, in that area, or Mira Bhayandar area, another coach is there. His name is Rupesh Bhogal. He is also related to that area only in Mumbai. That's what I know in that area. And if you come a little bit earlier, then Kandivali area, uh, Borivali area, you can find Praful Zaveri sir. He is one of the best coaches in Mumbai. Praful Zaveri sir Academy, Indian Chess School is there. So you can definitely contact Indian Chess School if you want to take any coaching for the kids or something, all those things. Yeah, I'm still going on. Today I am on fire. Like I am not tired. Like I had my dinner also on stream. Like not dinner means only one plate of something which I cooked today. I cooked some rice and I had that rice also while talking with everybody. People over here are very friendly. They said like you can have the food on stream. Lakshya, do you know any good chess coaching in Bhopal, MP? Yeah, in MP, my two friends are there who are good, but one of them is Niklesh Jain, but he is little bit busy, I think, but you can ask him. Or another one is Jitendra Chaudhary. You just find out this, Jitendra Chaudhary is there, who stays in Bhopal. He is a very good coach. Jitendra Chaudhary. In Bhopal, he stays there. So you can contact him. Oh, you also stay in Bhopal. Thank you, thank you. And Niklesh Jain also stays in Bhopal. Ah, you played against Aryan Chopra. Okay, okay. Jitendra Chaudhary's academy is this academy. I will tell you. His academy's name is CHOU. Acha. Jitendra Chaudhary's academy is Challengers Chess Academy. You search Challengers Chess Academy. Okay. His name is Challengers Chess Academy. You search it, you will get his number. Challengers Chess Academy. And you can give my reference also. Like if you want to tell Challengers Chess Academy of Jitendra Chaudhary. CHO. Okay. Spelling thoda galat hua. Chaudhary. Have you seen Chessbase India? Chessbase India कौन कौन देखता है? Tell me guys, who looks at Chessbase India? Have you seen Chessbase India's videos recently? Yeah. So in that recently, one small boy, 4 years old, was giving rook checkmate or something. Have you seen that video? 4 years kid was making checkmates. Right? Have you seen that video in Chessbase India? He was giving. No, not Hindi, English wala. Yeah. So that kid is Jitendra's son. So you can understand. That kid is Jitendra Chaudhary's son. So he is a good coach, you can understand. Like 4 years kid was there, no? Not Hindi, like English. 4-year kid was playing like making good rook checkmate, and he was arranging the pieces and everything. That kid is like Jitendra Chaudhary's son. So he is the coach in Bhopal. Okay, coming back to the game, guys. Coming back to him. I told him your teaching was good, so after a long time in lockdown he started streaming. Ah, okay, you met Sagar. Okay. Sir, how grandmasters can sit and concentrate for a long time? अरे passion होता है ना, like you love something. If you love something, then you can do something, no? And it's very engaging sport. Like chess is a very engaging sport, and if you and like human brain always likes complex things. Like if you are into this, then it's very okay, guys. One good news is there. Vishy Anand is suddenly winning in that position. What happened? We were at this situation somewhere. Rook d1 he played. He played rook e4, king d5. He captured here, and then rook c1. Now this is what something which we were talking about earlier also, that if he gets this position, then king into d6 will be played, and then the pawn will be proceeding forward. We looked at this situation earlier also. Wow, wow. Like, see, this somewhere here we were talking about this situation, rook c1. See, I talked about this situation early also, and this is what exactly happened in the game also. What a coincidence, right? Guys, do help me to reach 100 likes today. Okay, we have worked hard today, so 100 likes to banta hai stream pe, and tomorrow also we will be streaming, so don't forget to join me tomorrow also, guys. Tomorrow we will be having stream at 5:30 p.m. After this the game ends, we will be ending the stream. So, and tomorrow I will be making one video related to Catalan opening, so do watch out for that video, and do share it with your friends also. Help me grow with the channel. If you help me, then obviously I will also help you in studying chess more nicely or something like that. Yes, Nikhilesh Jain also stays in Bhopal now. Please let your chess friends, please let your chess friends also know about it, because we are going to be consistent now, and you can definitely enjoy the content with me. Yeah, it's all about passion. When the passion is there, you can sit for 5 hours, 6 hours. It's not a big thing. But when there is no passion, if you don't enjoy something, then you feel tired, and then you can't really do that thing. See, today means I like to talk about chess or something like that, so I'm streaming since last 4-5 hours. Like, this stream is I streamed for 2.5 hours, so it's kind of fine for me. Like, and before this also, I'll tell you, I had another 3-4 hours of coaching during the day. So like, the schedule is always related to chess only for me. Like, I had coaching in the morning, in the afternoon also I had coaching. After that, this streaming is there for 5-6 hours. Still I am here with you, so I'm energetic also, because I like chess, nothing else. Gaming learning, will you raid? Yeah, definitely. Once we will have the following or something, I'll raid. Okay, I will keep that your channel name. Do you stream about chess, or do you stream about something else, gaming and learning? Please let me know. Good. Keep it up. Okay, rook to c1, and he is thinking. The idea is quite clear, guys. King into d6, and the pawn will be proceeding forward to queening square. Gaming and learning, definitely I'll think about. I will remember your name. Oh, yeah, guys, you can check out Gaming and Learning's channel. You search his channel and you can raid his channel. Okay, go and like his stream. Gaming and Learning, definitely you can do that thing. Okay, guys, do check out Gaming and Learning channel. He's streaming chess, he's playing with the subs, and you can also play with him if he's playing with the subs. Subscribe to his channel, and you can play with him also. I hope he is a strong player. Gaming and Learning, can you please tell me your name also? Oh, they played king g6 and king into d6. Okay, fine. So here king f7, and then okay, even if you give the check here in this position, then king will come here, and then we will come here, and the pawn will be pushing forward. The thing is that we just need to stop the check. It's okay, Kunal, just enjoy playing chess, keep spreading the chess. That's what you should do. Keep spreading chess. Okay, do your best. All the best for your channel. Rook d4 check, that's what we were thinking. Now maybe king e6, something like that. If rook e4 check comes, then king to d5, and then we can just push the pawn forward also. Yeah, if black capture all the pawns and rook and sacrifice rook, is rook versus 3 pawns draw. No, it depends. Like, it depends upon the situation. I'll tell you some of the situations when the pawn is on the 6th rank, even 2 pawns are there on the 6th rank, they are stronger than the rook. But if the pawns are behind the 6th rank, then rook is more stronger than the pawns. Even if 3 pawns are there, 4 pawns are there, still the rook is more strong than the pawns. The only thing is the pawn should be behind. If the pawn crosses the 5th and 4th rank, something like that, then the pawns will not be stopped by the rook. So it depends upon the pawn's position. In this situation, these 3 pawns are quite behind and they are not even connected, they are isolated. So anytime a rook is much more stronger than all these pawns. And the thing is that white's king is also involved in the game. So if white's king is involved in the game, then black cannot really do anything about that thing. Yeah, he is getting the c file pawn, sure. And then the pawn, if the once the pawn start pushing forward, then it should be good enough for him. He will definitely win this game. Rook d4 is the key here, and I don't think so there is any chance from his side to defend the situation. You are a genius, I will say. Like, you are a genius if you think like that. You are a genius. Did you really think about that thing, or did you saw any computer analysis? That is also because I also talked about this thing, and something means the plans are there and pawns to be connected to. Yeah, pawns needs to be connected, Narayanan. The pawns needs to. If the pawns are not connected, then the pawns are really weak. When the pawns are together, then they can be stronger than any piece. Like, it's the beauty of the pawns. They should be together. Oh, king c7 has been played, guys. He went for the king there. I have studied rook versus pawn in 100 endgame book, okay, but I saw a line previously in computer this game that rook versus 3 pawn is a draw. That's what I'm saying, no? Like, it depends upon the position. It depends upon the position. Like, if the pawns are advanced, if the king is not involved in the game, means the side which is having the rook, if their king is not involved in the game, then definitely you will get some chances to draw the game. But if the king is involved and everything, then it becomes very difficult. Like, king's activity is one of the important things in the game. Yeah. Okay, f4 has been played here, guys. Suddenly the situation looks very drawish because now this pawn is going forward. The pawn is going forward, but the thing is that now this pawn is going to be dangerous. f3 will be played. If king b6 is played here, f2 will come. If c6 is played, we can give the check. If the king c5 comes, we can play rook e4 followed by rook to e1, or even rook e4 and followed by rook e1. The pawn is going to come queen on the spot. And if he plays rook to f1, then we can play rook e2 and start giving the checks from behind. Okay, this situation looks a little bit drawish to me. Looks drawish to me. Guys, do help us to like the stream also, guys. Like the stream, make it 100 likes. We are very close to making it 100 likes, and the game is also getting over very soon. Okay, rook comes there. I think now what, we can support the pawn here with rook d3. Just support the pawn, that should be enough. And rook behind the passed pawn is also one of the thing. Like, here this rook on f1 is not behind the passed pawn. Whenever the rook is in front of the pawn, it is a passive rook. So I think he will just play this rook here, active this, and rook behind the passed pawn. Whenever he tries to play something, like, he will push the pawn forward, and then the checks might happen. The rook can come here, he can try to capture the pawn also. And in that meantime, if the pawn is there, this king will come up in this situation, and then black will give up the rook for the pawn, but his king will be up here coming on g2 square, and then he will get this rook, and it should be a draw in that case. Anand has acknowledged his endgame is weak by his standards, not ours. Yeah, like, what can he do? Like, he made some mistake. Now it looks like equal. It's a draw now. The draw is there only because the king is coming up, guys. King is going to come up on g2 square, and then black will give up the rook for the c pawn, and then he will get the rook for the f pawn. The pawn is too much advanced. This is what I was talking about. If the pawn reaches to the sixth rank and the kings are like involved in the game, then anything can happen. And I was talking about this situation when they were at this situation, like at this position. I was talking about that this position was clearly winning for white, but suddenly the situation changed. Maybe why I don't know why you are talking about draw all the time, and the game is drawing. I have seen playing with bot, and he was losing and bot blundered and draw. Maybe it happens, like bot blunders sometimes. Now it's equal for sure. Like they will agree for a draw, maybe after some time they will agree for a draw, definitely. But rook to f1 has been played. Today was a very learning lesson for me, actually, personally speaking, because the situation changed a lot, and I also realized that these top players can make mistakes, so we can also make mistakes. I used to get sad sometimes because I am making mistake, because the technique is not good. Now these top players, they know the technique and something that, but still they make mistakes. So like something human factor is always there, and we need to understand that thing, and we need to be a little bit more forgiving towards ourselves. We should be a little bit soft. We sometimes we are very hard on ourselves. Like I was very hard on myself. Like I used to get angry on myself because I made a mistake or something. But this is the quality of the strong players, I think. Strong means I'm talking about world class players. Strong players, it's okay, we can be strong, I am strong, but the thing is that world class players, they know how to handle these pressure situations, and they know like we can make mistakes or something, and they always comes back on in the next game. They just forget about that thing. Yeah, Kramnik is a legend. This rook endgame is very tough. Yeah, rook endgames are tough in general only. Rook d3, this is what we were talking about. Rook d3 he will play, just simply save the pawn, and then he will sacrifice the pawn here, means sacrifice the rook there, and the king is going to come up. King is just going to come up. King g5, king f4, or he can even come here, king h3, king here also he can come. He can come from this side, he can come from that side. Any side you play, that will be good enough. Rook c3 should be played, I guess so. Rook c3, just put the rook behind the passed pawn, and that should be good. What do you think, guys? What do you think about this thing? Do you think that it's a good idea? Yeah, like it happens anytime. Something, anything can happen. Like that's the thing. Like anyone can win, anybody can lose. That's the game. That's the game. We are human beings, no? So we never know what is going to happen, what is not going to happen. So guys, but that's what I'm saying. Like for me particularly, this game was a big learning example. Like there were so many ups and downs in this game. Like so many things happened in just one game, and like it also gives us hope, no? So if sometimes like when our position is bad or something, we just consider that okay, the game is lost, and we give up. But the thing is that we should not give up. We should fight in that situation. Maybe our opponent can make a mistake. If we can make a mistake, our opponent can make a mistake. If we can play good moves, our opponent can also play some good moves. So the thing is that just keep fighting, just keep digging it. Well, guitar advice, I will say, like to comment about these top players, like when we play on the board, it's not at all easy, right? You play on the board, then you can understand like it's not so easy to play the game. Outsiders, us, we can always comment something which is not actually the right thing. Means as they say in India, like everybody can advise Sachin like, अरे यहाँ पे स्क्रे ड्राई मारो, ये करो वो करो, but when you go on the pitch, we won't even able to touch the ball. So same way, when we are at their like position, when we are in their shoes, it's very difficult. So I feel like we should not be that much harsh on them. Like, okay, everybody makes mistake, that's what I'm saying. King g5, he played this thing. Now the king is going to go king h4, king h3, king g3, king g2. That's what I think. If the king b6 is there, you can always play rook c3 and stop this pawn. So king b7 also, rook c3. Oh really? Wow, Sindaro, he defeated him. Wow, that's something amazing. I was following his game before some time. I was following his game, and that game was drawn. I think next game he won. Amazing, amazing. Shivam Zadav, yeah, that's a great news. I'll check that out. I'll check that out after this stream. I'll check out the game, and then I'll definitely try to. If that game is interesting, I'll try to make a video also out of it. We'll see. We'll see. With tomorrow's video, I have already decided about one Catalan opening, but if there is more interesting than that, then definitely we'll do that also. Okay guys, I think this game they are going to stretch out for a long time. It's like it's going to be quite a long game. I think maybe we will wait for 10 minutes or something like that. If you have any questions or something, do ask me. I'll be there to answer your questions or something like that, because we are waiting for them to like complete the game, because I have started the streaming, so I want to complete the streaming with their game as to end. Hi Aryan, good to have you here. I think Vidi will play Anish in round 8. You mean to say round 3, right? Or what? Round 4. The game is getting like heading towards the draw. Anand was having better position before some time, but he messed up something with king c7 move, and now I think he's going to draw the game very soon. Maybe it won't be that long. We are hoping. Means I will wait till 12 o'clock, and after that we will figure it out what to do. But do you think that, guys, this is really like Anand went for this thing? Okay, Anand is a very great expert in endgame. Do you by chance do you think that he might win? I don't think so. There is any chance. This is a very clear cut plan which I can think about this in this situation. There is no way that black can swindle this position. He will definitely draw this game, I guess so. चेस इज स्टिल वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. ही विल विन. मैं आ गया तो विन होगा. क्या बात है, जादू की जड़ी बूटी लाई है यहाँ पे हमारे कार्तिक ने. जादू की छड़ी घुमाने वाला है. मैं आ गया तो सब होगा. क्या बात है. Karthik was going to call me at night after my stream, but he did not know that my stream is going to last for this many hours. I think abhi after some time, when the stream will get over, he's like, oh, I need to sleep, bhai. I need to sleep now. I'm not going to call you. Oh, okay. Shivam Jadhav has a question here. He says like, I am 1830 rapid on chess.com. I solve puzzles. I play games rapid 10 plus. My level of play increases to very high accuracy, and when I play, what to do to improve 10 plus? Okay. Nothing. The things which you 10 plus means you need to be more faster, right? So to make it more faster, you need to know many positions. You need to be good in pattern recognition. If you want to be good at quick chess, The more the shorter control, you have to be good at like pattern recognition, because if you are thinking about the position in shorter time control, then it's not that easy. The best thing is to know many patterns, know many games, and then it will be more easy for you, because it's all about intuition in shorter time control. But the intuition is something which you need to develop. It develops with knowledge. You need to have lots of knowledge, then you can be good at that thing. Obviously you need to solve lots of puzzles and all that which you are already doing. Oh, Anup is bang on target. Take coaching from Atul. Yeah, definitely you can take coaching from me. You can take coaching from me. That's something we can do. Mayur nahi dikh raha aajkal. Yeah, Mayur, I don't know what is happening. Last time I checked, he was in Japan and he was doing good. Atul, let's do collaboration someday for live streaming. Yeah, we will think about it. We'll definitely think about something like that. But abhi to this whole World Cup, I will be streaming alone most of the time. After the World Cup, we will see. Okay, he played rook c1, king h4. He's going towards the h3 pawn. He's going to capture the pawn, and I think he's going to capture the c pawn with the rook. He doesn't need to worry, because whenever you push the pawn, the rook can come from this side also. From this side, you can capture the pawn for sure. Sir, start a series of teaching chess. क्या बात है? Where you will let us know about all chess openings. Okay. I will think about it, Lakshya, definitely. I am thinking to reach 2000 on chess.com by myself and then look for coaching. I was 900 last year and reached in 1 year. That's good, Shivam. You are practicing chess. Keep working hard. That's the only thing I can say. And definitely you can increase your rating. Definitely you can increase your rating. If you have good knowledge, then definitely it's possible. So try to improve your knowledge. Knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the key. Yes, guitar advice. We will think about it. अभी तो मैंने streaming start किया है. I was inactive on my channel since last 6 months, guys. I was not there on my channel. Means I had 4000 subscribers in December only. Last December, मेरे birthday के दिन ही 4000 हो गए थे. 6 December was my birthday, and that time only I had 4000 subscribers. But after that, I was not active on my YouTube. So like I have again resumed on YouTube just now. So थोड़ा सा time दो मुझे. Sharik, good night, good night. Thanks for being there for such a long time. You guys are really awesome. It's almost 12 o'clock and you're still there. Thank you very much. King h4, guys. क्या हो रहा है इस पोजीशन में? Is this king going to capture this pawn and king come here? The pawn f2, f1. This is the thing which is going to happen. No, I don't earn anything from YouTube. I was inactive. I'm telling you, no. I was inactive for 6 months. Six, no, 7 months, I think. This is July, right? So 7 months I was inactive. Sanat Saha, good night, good night. Why Berlin defense is very popular nowadays? Is not it often lead to draw? Well, Berlin defense is popular because people are inventing some new things every time. And it is considered, जो भी लगता है ना, लोगों को लगता है कि ये draw है, मत खेलो. इन्होंने तो जज्बात बदल दिए. I have read Jeremy Silman's amateur chess book and basic endgames, Lucena Fildor. Yeah, Shivam, if you really want to learn endgames, no, तो मेरा learning chess with Atul Dahale is there. My series is there on YouTube. And one more thing is there which you can consider about endgames, guys. I just want to tell you, like, I'll just show you. So if you go to my graphy profile, I have a course also. I have course about related to endgame. You can visit my website on graphy.com, and there is a course about this end games, so you can do that. Sir, निखिलेश सर साथ commentary करें. Yes, Rohit, definitely will do that something. अभी तो I am just activating my channel once again, and then definitely I will do the other things also. Yeah, I had COVID also, guys. Like that was also one of the reason why I did not stream for a long time, because doctor advised me to take rest. So I was away from YouTube because of Corona. I got COVID positive, and then doctor like said like, okay, take rest for some days because streaming is a little bit tiring. Hello, are you ready? Let's fun with the. कहाँ से लाते हो ये सारे नाम? C7. Okay, guys, this rook is going to come on F8, C8, queen, capture, and then he's going to play F2. Rook will come behind, and then he captures this pawn, comes here, then he queens the pawn, then this pawn will be queening for sure, and then this pawn will queen for sure, and then it will be a draw. Well, Shivam, everything differs for every player, I think. Like, you should understand what is your strength, what will work for you or not. Some things work for someone, that same thing will not work for another person. So, it's very subjective. It's very subjective, I'll say. Like, you cannot generalize everything. For some people, they just build up their whole thing on end game. Some people just work on the opening, some people work on the middle game. So it's also about your personality. You need to find out what works for you. You need to study your own games. Don't just follow anybody, or you need to take advice from someone. You need to analyze your games with someone, and that experienced player or somebody will tell you like what will really work for you. So you need to do those things. Like, you should see what works for everybody, as every player is different. They don't really do the same things for everybody, but general ideas are there. General ideas are there which you can definitely follow. But in particular, if you want to improve on such weakness or something, you need to identify your weaknesses, you need to identify your strengths, and then you need to work on them. वो दिसंबर का बर्थडे लिस्ट है जो आपने नहीं पढ़ा. या दिसंबर का बर्थडे, अतुल December 6, इकारुस December 6, विशी December 11, युवराज सिंह December 2, सेलमोन बॉय ओके 27. यस, दिसंबर में सारे लेजेंड्स पैदा होते हैं, इतना मुझे पता है. So I am one of them. Yeah, 62 masterpieces. Like guitar advice, I'll suggest one book, 62 masterpieces or 62 most instructive chess games. वो वाला book भी बहुत अच्छा है. It's a good book. Well, I don't know any opening. Yeah, you don't need opening until you reach 1800 or something like. Even if you don't know any opening, you can reach 2000 or not 2000, but 1800 तो आराम से पहुंच जाओगे आप. Even if you don't know a single opening. So don't worry about the openings. Try to play like just follow the general principle of the opening. मतलब center control and developing the pieces and king safety. If you follow it, then you won't get checkmated or anything like that with anyone. And then if your middle game is good, if you are good in tactics, just by tactics you can reach miss. I did not even have computer or something like that until I got my rating, and I got my rating 2000. I never even read any book until I got 2000 rating. So my game was good in middle game only. I didn't even have a book, chess book, guys, until I reached 2000 rating. Means I'm talking about 2000 real rating. So like, okay, my chess education was not good. I was just a natural player. So that's how the things happen. Like for somebody, some things happen. For something, some. केतन पंडित, कौन सा ऐप यूज कर रहे हो? Is that question for me or someone else? I'm not using any app. This is the website. This is the Leechess website. Suggest a book for beginner. Beginner के लिए book Logical Chess Move by Move. Logical Chess Move by Move is good for beginners as well as intermediate players. You will learn a lot of things from that book. Okay, guys, rook f8 has been played here. Now it is Anand's turn to think about the situation. I don't know why he is thinking. Maybe he can just play rook c8, capture here, king into h3, then rook h8, king h4, rook f8, king g3, and it should be a draw. The pawns will be just flowing there only. अरे मेरे टाइटल के नाम में ही लिखा है leeches.org. The title name is there only. Yeah, you can check out that thing. Like title name is leeches.org. It's the title name. That's the website I'm doing. Finally, the queen is there on the board, guys. Finally, the queen is there on the board. He captures the pawn on h3 also now, and the game is going to get over very, very soon. He will capture on a5 for sure. Okay, rook f8, king g3, just staying in the touch of this pawn. King a5, then he will push the pawn f2, h4, h3, h2. It should be win. Which platform is better, leeches or chess.com? I don't know, man. Any like everybody loves different platforms. I play on both the platforms. I like both the platforms, leeches as well as chess.com. I play on both the platforms. Leeches ID is incredible 123 and chess.com ID is incredible 64. Everywhere incredible is there. My website name is incrediblechess.com. And this is my graphy website also. Which are, as you said, might end in a draw. Highly likely. Yeah, it is going to end in a draw for sure. Yeah, I just used to play with my uncle. I got defeated in like 100 games and suddenly I got one game with him and then suddenly I started winning with him. Kya baat hai? Who is your favorite chess player? Vishy Anand, man. Who else will be for Indians? It's always Vishy Anand. I grew up watching his games. King h3. Come on, play king h3, man. King h3 and what will happen? King into f5, king g3. I think now at least they are going to shake hands for sure. Or they are going to play this position also more. I don't understand. Because there is no chance also. Even if the king comes here, tries to come here, still the pawn is going to fall. Means it should be a draw only. Then if let's suppose king g3 is played, if king c5, then we can push the pawn on h file. King comes here on d4 square, h3, king e3, and h2. If you capture the pawn, no, it's not going to work. I think we have to play. Okay, let's see. King g3, king c5, f2 pawn, then king comes on d4 square. If king g2, now king e3, and then f1 pawn queens. Yeah, we have to play f2, king g2, and then pawn will go in on f1 square. Is it drawn? Ah, it's drawn. It's drawn. I did not even pay attention to that thing. I was so much involved in calculation. Straw. Thanks guys. Finally the game is drawn. There were many chances for Vishy Anand. King c7 was the mistake. Instead of that, maybe king e7 was king e6 was also one of the ideas. If rook check, then king d7, and then again check, then king here, and then whenever he goes there, king c8. Yeah, we can go here. No, but f4 pawn is going to come on. No? Let me check. If this comes here, then king f6 is coming. Okay, that's also something. What can we do here in this situation to win the game? If he keeps on giving the check, king comes here, f4, c3, f3, c6, f2, c7. Okay, now it's winning. I think c4, rook c4, and then rook f1, rook to f2. Now how to win? Like we have to play a4, king g5, king b7. Now this check, king a7, rook c2, king b6, and king into a5. Now again we will hide in front of the pawn. We'll hide in front of the pawn, and then we will start pushing the a pawn, and then he cannot really do anything. If king g3 is there, we can play a6. King g2 if you play, I'll just capture rook into f2, and whatever you play king into f2, then I can play a7. If rook a2 is there, then king b7. If check, then king c7, again check, then king here, check, king here, and one of the pawn will definitely win now because the king is there. Rook cannot do anything. Rook a2, then c8 pawn queens. If rook c8, then a8 pawn queens. Amazing. This is how you could have won the game. Oh, amazing chess. It was not that easy, but to go to king c8 square was the key. Like from here, he played on king c7, and that made a huge difference because he was one move left behind in that position. So endgame is a very tricky thing, I'll guess. Especially the rook endgames is a very tricky thing because in this same situation, if he follows the same thing, let's suppose he plays something like this, and then you don't have that same thing. Like rook c4 in the same situation, you are one move short. Like if you play this thing, then the pawn is lost. But when the king was on c8, then until c7 you can reach there, and then the pawn is protected. In this case, the pawn is not protected, and it should be a draw after rook into f2. So chess, one move means one plan, the same plan. Only the thing is that king should be on c8 instead of c7, and the game will be winning. Yeah, it's very tough. It's very tough. Amazing game. Lots of things to learn. Lots of endgames to learn. And you guys were there with me till the end. Thanks for being there, guys. Tomorrow we will be meeting at 5:30 in live stream, but before that I will be publishing the video. Don't forget to check out the video tomorrow. Okay, so thanks very much. I will go and eat something. I need to cook also something now and eat. I'm hungry now a lot. So thanks for being there. Okay, good night, guys. Take care. Good night. See you tomorrow now. Thanks.